Hi, how you doing this morning? It is Thursday, 7th of September, 2017, Gregorian, 9:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am up. I like to get up. It's nice. I wonder I get up this early. I get to bed pretty late. I'm usually up studying, researching. I went to bed, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. But wee hours this morning, technically. And I woke up and did my usual, your bathroom needs. Had my tea here and some fruit. And then I just started thinking about retrogrades, and then looked at my snake plant. I'm going to call this video, I don't know if it'll be a video series. I guess when I outlet like this, it probably, well, the whole channel's an outlet. I done told y'all that in previous videos. But, yeah, I'm going to call it snake plant series. Y'all can Google what snake plants do for the home. We have them here. How the snake plant purifies. I know we're conditioned and programmed to see snakes as something negative, in that movement similar to a serpent. Yeah, that's Erica. Oh, it was Miss Hill. That's Miss Hill. Anyhow, have your whole style bent. Consequences, no coincidence. That's that karma, honey. And yeah. Anywho, I digress. And then there's something else I've also done on this channel. In case this is your first video hearing from this channel, this audio channel. For now, it'll be audio. Probably will always. It depends on how I feel. Depending how I feel. Yeah, it's a little kid. Anyway, y'all. So yeah, I digress. I'm gonna call it snake plant. Really just thinking about the retrogrades. I don't know. I got up. I did my spiritual stuff. Namyo Horenge Kyo. I did all my stuff in the morning. And then I was thinking about what happened a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, I was in the park, a family event, that little party out there for one of my 6-year-old family members, if you will. And my brother handed me his cell phone. And he was like, it's Mac, our other brother, the oldest of us. It's 5 of us. He's the oldest. But anywho, so I got on the phone. I was like, hey, how you doing? We're talking. We don't speak often, so it's always good to hear from him at this stage of the game. My interactions with him is a whole nother chapter. I don't even know if I'll put that on this channel. Depends on how, everything's depending on how I feel. I wonder if I could edit in that little thing from Lil Kim, depending on how I feel. Well, I don't have a huge following. I guess if I had a huge following, they'd be looking for something to strike. But I wonder if you have 16 seconds of music, right? If I also want to edit that little thing in for me, I guess that should be okay. Who knows what they'll find a strike for, especially be melanated child cheese. Anyway, child ease. After you say child cheese, yeah, you want to bite all the way, so child ease. Never mind, I digress. But anywho, so I'm on the phone and we're chatting, and he's still back home in New York, so, it's good to hear from him, and we're talking, and yada, yada, yada. And our mom had a recent health scare not too long ago, so, things like that always bring the family closer, if you will. And it's the way I've been treated by others and him, my older brother. Nothing like that, y'all. Don't go there. Just the bullying big brother thing. Ugh. It's the one that I'm even civil with him, let alone warm, and sincerely warm, you know what I mean? But there's a whole nother video. It'd be in the memoir. I don't think the memoir audience would be here on this channel, because I write under a pen name. The pen name still has meaning attached to, Marriott family and love. Never mind, y'all, I digress. But more details about all that family stuff in the memoir. This, what I'm about to tell y'all, is going to be in the memoir too. But I still think, like Ember Honey Raven said, the two audiences shouldn't merge. I can't explain to you why, but that just makes a whole lot of sense to me. I digress. Anywho, so I know some catty detractors on my what audience. The few, or if it's just one, what I know about melanin, especially if that one is melanin surplus, that's the whole universe looking, okay? We don't have to get cosmic and melanated centric right now. Well, I am already. But yes, I value the few or the one that listens and comes here. You're welcome. detractors, Dietrichs, I call y'all Dietrichs and Hatrix, please go. Just vemos. Rational minds give them time to go to. Yeah, they're going. Yeah, you going? They're going. Okay, resuming. Anyway, so my brother hands me the phone, and I'm like talking to our oldest brother, and like, hey, how you doing? We talking and yada yada yada. And he was, how's mommy? And she's eating right? I'm like, yeah. She wanted some cake, and we said no. And we going through that, surface talking. He said, well, guess who I ran into? I said, who? And he said, her name is common, and I'm going to give you her pseudonym in the book, the memoir, Kia. She wanted Kai. I first wrote this memoir in the 90s. And I'm going to get to that point in a minute. I probably did I should make this a friendship value. This still be a snake plant, the first of the snake plant series. But, yeah, I must make this friendship volume 4. Am I up to 3 with the other ones? I can't see why I'm sitting here doing this. I don't want to open up another window right now. Anywho, I think this is 4. And it was so apropos because her sun sign rules the 4th house. This former homie, damn near bestie, okay? Anywho, so he says, what's her pseudonym in the name? Kia. So he says, Kia. And here I go on the phone. Not being facetious. I don't know, it just didn't register. Because I hadn't spoken to the person since 2008. Okay, that's what, more than 8 years ago. But anyhow, so I'm on the phone like, Kia who? He said, Kia, your friend. And that's when it dawned on me. My older brother don't know that I've been excommunicated from this person a decade. I don't know. I'm from the old school era where if there's some sort of catty affairs, catty chronicles, you really don't tell men, especially men from our era. And if I'm old school, my brother's definitely old school. He went to Harlem World. If you're from New York, you know what that is, okay? He partied in Harlem World. He's Harlem, okay? All that, you know what I'm saying? That guy, he's that guy. Get money, never mind. Y'all read all that in the memoir. But, so he's a man's man. But so we're from the era where you really don't tell a man about catty chronicles. It's not that you refraining from doing so, or you have to exercise restraint. It just doesn't even cross your mind. I didn't tell any of my brothers about the ex. I think my mom knows, my sisters, we're women. I don't know. To this day, well, it's just me and Papa. So if something weird happens out in the world, I'm out. You come home and share your day with your spouse before you get in the shower and wash the day off your back. And why did that scene with Tasha and Tariq just come to mind? She said, wash the day off your back. No, did she say that? Now, the elders used to say, don't forget to wash your day off your back when you get in the house. But she said it cheaper another way. Anyway, I thought about that. Never mind, y'all. Ugh. If you know about Disseminating Moon, I should have named this channel Disseminating Moon. Because that's what you're going to get. Because that's what it is. What kind of moon you was born under? Never mind. Disseminating Moon. Okay, that's what that is. DM. Well, then you'll think it's the DM and the IG. On this channel, DM means, for the most part, disseminating moon, unless that specifies otherwise. Back to the point. Yeah, so he doesn't know we're excommunicated. And I'll give you, this is why I have to put retrogrades in the title of this video too, somehow or another. A few retrogrades back, let me think. No, I was in New York in January of this year. Okay, because our younger brother, the youngest, he told me this in person. And it took a while. I guess he just forgot. Why shouldn't he not forget his shit? Skip his mind. Why should he give a shit? So once it came to his mind, he was walking out the door, and I was sitting in my mom's living room. And he said, "Oh, I meant to tell you. Guess who I ran into?" And I'm in the living room like, "Who?" The same. This is January. Do we have a retrograde in January? Or was it January? When the last time I was in New York? Yeah, I gotta check my diary to see. But I think it was during the retrograde when this shit happened. Or a retrograde when he ran into her. Because I know I ran to a computer to look up the shit. Because I'm like, well, when you ran into her? And he told me. And I'm sitting there, was that a Mercury? Or some kind of retrograde was going on down, okay? Because I went then and there to the computer, my mom's computer, okay? And looked it up. And I said, what is with the retrogrades? I don't know. Am I on her mind that she's bumping into fam like this? And then recently her daughter ran into my sister, and they're one born in 88, other one's in No, what are they? They're about 3 years apart. And they ran into each other and took a picture together and things of that nature. I'm like, this is retrograde shit, okay? Because they ran into each other during the retrograde, Mercury retrograde. I think we had a couple of retrogrades. I should have a window up to look at this shit. Well, if you ain't astro-minded or astro-head, you don't even give a shit. But you should care about retrogrades, whether you ain't got to believe in it for it to be in you, and how the cosmos and things overhead have an effect on us. Influence. I really believe there's good stuff. I gotta study. This is all speculative. India Iris on video, the part where she goes, ain't nothing that I'm saying, Lord. Okay, so calm the fuck down. The monitors, calm down, okay? Again, if the person ain't into astral stuff, so calm down. Don't get your ego all knotted up and knickers in a knot. But I really believe when these hurricanes and things happen, it must be something going on that's auspicious in the sky. I didn't say inauspicious. I said auspicious, A-U-S-P-I. You know what I'm saying? Look it up. Yeah, I think there's something auspicious going on because that would have an auspicious effect on people. And to deflect, to distract from that, here come these hurricanes and what's called, quote-unquote, natural calamities. And because you can't focus on the cosmic gifts if you're trying to survive a flood and whatever the hell else. Yeah, I'm going to get with some other astro heads and we're going to sit and build an astro cipher and see what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong, the hidden powers that shouldn't be, as Z would say. Yeah, saw his channel, Zachary channel. I don't look at him no more because I think he was jealous of the Panthers and Malcolm. He's just talking out of his fucking ass. I digress. But I used to be on his Geometria channel, Hard Body. But in any event, and I liked how he said that because we used to say the powers that be. And he says the powers that shouldn't be. I'm like, oh, I like that twist. It makes sense. Causing all this atrocities, this shit, you know. No, that shouldn't be. The fuck no. But in any event, all speculative, all conjecture for legal reasons. Pure study. Study here on YouTube, you know. Blame the YouTube videos, okay? Don't blame me for. I guess you like, well, this is another YouTube video. Never the fuck mind. Anyway, so listen. I digress. It's supposed to be a friendship video. Ugh. But yeah, I'm thinking that that's what the fuck that is. And I read Sonia Barrett's book, Holographic Canvas. And she kept stressing that all this is distraction. Racism, or everything, distraction. And I was talking to hi Rich, shout out to Rich. I was talking to one of my homies, besties, most treasured connections in his friendship sphere, if you will, about it. And I'm like, well, because he's the one put me onto the book. I think somebody gave him that book as a gift. Ain't that a dope? Books are always dope. Good books. Always dope gifts. I never understood anybody coming empty-handed to any event. Oh, I didn't have the money. I'm like, you couldn't go to Barnes & Noble with all those sale tables of books. Books are always good. With books on the planet, there's no excuse not to give a gift. Then go get a Barnes & Noble gift card. You can get a gift card from Barnes & Noble for $15. And the person go in Barnes & Noble's and find something of value. I never understood going anywhere empty-handed when there's a bookstore in the world. But that's my love for books. I don't know. Charge it to the Libra in me. I don't know, chill. But any of it, you know, Libros. How you say book in Spanish? Libros, library. See how that's spelled? Okay. Yeah. Mayat. For Ashe. Okay, back to my point at hand. What was the point at hand? Wait. I need ginkgo, y'all. Let me take a sip of tea. All I had was blueberries. Those supposed to be brainberries. So I'm thinking organic. Hold on, y'all. I ain't got no honey in that tea. I couldn't twist the top off this sticky. Oh, sugar, Ashe. And Papa sleep. I don't want to wake him up to open up a honey jar. And I would normally do some selfish fool shit like that. You should see his groggy, sleepy face when you standing over him saying, "Can you open this?" He'd be like, "What type of bullshit is this?" Yeah, bitch. No, but I'm not gonna wake him up for the honey. I just drink the tea plain. I'll thug it out, as they say. But where was I, y'all? And I can't rewind it while I'm doing this shit to see where I was at. I know it got nothing to do with the friendship. Back to the friendship video. But yeah, astrologers definitely, you know, when there's malefics and aspects in the sky, they'll use that too. But I think when there's something beautiful going on up there, they got to distract that. Did y'all ever listen to Robert Phoenix blog talk about energy meters? I don't even know if he still has that up on his page, his site. And why they tacking that onto people's houses. because they don't want you to feel certain things. They don't want you to be, they want to desensitize apathetic world. They want to be able to steer your emotions. And I'm like, why? Even if you feel empathy and sympathy for whatever horrors you see on the news or whatever going on in the world that, they make happening or whatever the fuck, how would that affect their agenda? And then you build and study spiritual ciphers and you realize just feeling that, it connects you to higher realms. It's all about balance, you know what I mean? The planet is round. As long as the mother's womb is round, tires are round, even your calendar, like it's September now, it'll go round again and be September again. Just the pregnant belly and tires, I'm like, no. And if you're driving around and you got to come back around again, it'll come back around again. Just in your neighborhood, you're going to come back around, your neighborhood, it's round. I don't know. Like somebody said in a comment, I believe somebody with a pink flat ass is trying to get us to believe that it's a flat earth and soil melanated, mountains melanated. I read Living Religions in college. It was required reading by Pat somebody. She really did a lot of work for that book. And I don't work for her or the publishing company. There ain't no commercial for her. But I remember in the book she wrote, nature wants things to be round. And immediately I thought of the pregnant womb, the belly. Natural pregnant womb, not no GMO or bullshit that they try. Never mind. I digress. But blessings be to all the victims of the hurricane and wholeness, wellness, and healing vibration. Shout out to Sevon. To all the victims, to all of us, really. Y'all. Please get your thigh high rubber rain boots and your waterproof stuff to save your shit. Start, just pack up your shit. You know what I'm saying? Get some waterproof shit to pack up all your paperwork. And I don't know if people get the water and the food they trying to. Let me tell you, I'm a foodie from way back, a big mama. Who the fuck is thinking about eating at a time like that? I guess you got to get nutrients and keep your energy up. But get non-perishables, trail mix and shit like that. Granola and call it a motherfucking day. I know you need the water to stay alive, sustenance. And well, you need water. Earth's 3/4 water, your body 3/4 water. I used to sit in class, go, the body 3/4 water. What the fuck do we need water? Teachers like, can you please not call out? You raise your hand. Never mind. But you still need your water. You know what I'm saying? He tried to explain the shit out. But anywho, you need that, and just get them purifiers and shit to purify your water. Look that shit up, and you take your get your immune system strong. You know what I'm saying? Get Dr. Jewel Pookrum, get with her and all that. And that's it. Who the fuck is thinking about eating? Get your candles, your batteries, and your rain gear, and your floating. I think you need a vest, floating device or some shit, a motherfucking vest. Just get your shit. And find a way to the roof of your building, the fucking roof. Depends on how high the tide is. And people in sky rises, from New York, I always wanted one. And the Jeffersons came out, oh heavens, I wanted one. The terrace, any type of terrace and deck, I'd be like, that's dope, because you can go outside when you don't feel like going the fuck outside. You see what I'm saying? It could be a New York thing. Oh heavens, how I always love the sky rise. Just used to walk around and look up at them like, wow, you must be happy living up there. But then when that shit happened, they lose all the electricity and got to go all the way down. Even if you're in the projects, our projects was tall. And the elevator break out or break and, never mind. I'm all into some motherfucking topic. Disseminating moon, motherfucker. Disseminating moon, okay? Not that you're a motherfucker, but you know what I mean. Figurative. So listen to me. Back to my brother. This is the winter time and shit. And you're walking out the door. And he says, oh, this is the youngest. He's in his 20s. And he says, oh, guess who I saw? Same shit. This is the winter now. The winter time now. Here, shit come and go again in the summer. It's still technically summer to the 21st, right? In full equinox. Anywho, Anyway, so I'm like, cool. I'm sitting in the living room, chilling. I'm probably snacking, reading a book, some shit I do. I'm like, who? He says, Kia. And I said the same shit, not being condescending or it's 8 years since I spoke to the person. I'm like, Kia, who? He said, your friend. And that's when it dawned on me. He wasn't aware that we were excommunicated. That's just something you just don't tell guys about the Caddy Chronicles. Not no guys, guy. He wouldn't give a shit. Unless there's imminent danger, like real legitimate beef. then you get the whole tribe involved or the family involved, or not to defend you per se, but just to keep the heads up that there's some fuckery going on in these quarters, okay? But Common Caddy Chronicles, what man is interested in hearing about that shit? it just so it don't even occur to me to impart that knowledge, that intel, if you will. So I'm like, you did? Oh. And he said, well, she asked about the family. She asked about you. I'm like, me? Because, she knows the family. We've been friends. We were friends since age, I don't know, 14, 15. We met at the phone booth. We met, it's just so cool. On Murdoch Avenue in Queens, we met at the phone booth. Yeah, I read about that, how we met in the memoir. And she had the cutest little baby. She kept calling Buddha. And my mom used to take the phone with her to work. She worked for the phone company, yeah, so she paid the bill. No offense to the ex-homie. Sometimes it's in the hood. Sometimes your phone is on, sometimes it's off. It's hood. It's part of hood life. And if that was our situation, I would tell you, no shame. With all the horrors in the world, my brain don't work like that. If you want to get me to be ashamed, I will be ashamed about something I actually did to hurt someone. I'm not ashamed about low to no fiat. They done stole the gold. That's the real money, okay? Yeah. Take care of your personal gold, your melanin, okay? Take care of that. Okay, so we met in such a cute way. Mama used to take the phone with her to work. She worked the overnight shift. They called it the graveyard shift back in the day. Do they still call it that shift? When she was operator. Never mind, Mom. Yeah, read that in the memoir. But when I was on punishment, she would take the phone with her. And back then, you could touch the TV when you get in to see if the TV was running all night. And it was TV's hot, you know what I'm saying? The floor model, back in the days, the 80s. Well, I guess y'all be old school. So she would touch the TV, see if it's hot and things of that nature. And just stay your ass off the TV. I had a little TV in my room. She would touch both TVs. Don't look at TV, don't get on the phone, da-da-da. So she would take the phone with her and whatnot. And my friends used to be like, just buy a phone on 34th Street for $5. They used to sell, phones and stuff out there on the street. Do they still do that on 34th Street, y'all? Hustler? They trying to change the gentrify New York to the hilt. Man, New York in the 80s was the shit. Okay? I know it was a crack epidemic and just old school. Spike Lee said it in the interview. Old school New York. Oh, man. History, y'all. But anywho, so 34th Street, anywhere, where there's hustlers, you could buy a phone. My friends were like, buy a phone and plug it in when you go to work. I listened to that fool-ass advice at some point. And then forgetting that there's a bill and a statement, in the time. She could see when the phone calls was made. Who's on the phone at this hour? And I'm sitting, and she know my younger brother's sleeping. This is before my sister was born and my youngest brother died. So, yeah, I was a teenager. Maybe I was in high school, maybe 15, 14, that. So I was like, I ain't even fooling with this lady and plugging no $5 phone to get on the phone. Teenagers, your conversations is every fucking thing. That's when I was messing with Rich. Shout out to Rich. We met in Penn Station. I was working at the Orange Juice stand. He was coming from a Knicks game. Now, y'all read the memoir. But anyhow, so I was going to the corner of the phone. They used to pay phone to call Rich. I think the pay phone was a 10 cent back then, or was it a quarter? Either way, I was calling Rich, okay? And that back then, they can call you back. Old school 80s, New York, baby. Back then, I didn't even have pay phones. But it got to a point where certain phones you could dial out and nobody could call you the fuck back. Fuck fugazi bullshit. So I would call him. He already had the number. I would stay on punishment for some reason. Playing hooky. Talking back. Didn't do the dishes. Who the fuck knows? Stayed on punishment. Well, just child. Oh, Saturn frequency between me and mommy. Mother-daughter Saturn energy, okay? We got our natal charts done. I got the shit rather. Never mind. Anyway, later on it. Never mind. So, I would go to the corner and call Reg and whomever the hell else. And they call me back and I'd be on the corner just... This is overnight, late, teenager. Like, that's in the hood. You grow up fast. Teenagers go outside late at night. School nights, too. But I had to do what I had to do. I'm not going to not talk because I'm on punishment. And she's at work, too. Man, please. My younger brother be asleep. He fine. He good. Our older brother stayed in Harlem a lot, so he wasn't even home. Even when he was home, I don't even think he gave a shit. No, I don't think he cared about me going to the corner phone. He cared. But anywho, he cared about me, but he wasn't, and he used to bully me too. It's a weird thing. He just didn't hound me about recreational fun, I guess, because he's from Harlem. He went outside and played his damn self as a teenager. But anywho, so, that's how me and Kia met at the payphone. Okay, so the friendship goes back many, many years. Alrighty. Yeah, Winter, the younger brother, ran into. I said, well, why she asked about me? He was like, well, that's your friend. And I'd explained to him, no, the hell it ain't. He was like, y'all not friends no more? I didn't get that from her. So then you're feeling silly because, you know, like, well, maybe am I the one being immature? Because if she's mature when she's interfacing with my family, and then I'm immature when they come back and bring me the intel. It's just lopsided. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like I'm the mature one in the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Even as a teen, when the bullshit broke out, I was like, this is some immature shit with this bitch. What's wrong with her? And of course, I'm reading all astrology books about Cancer. Like, what is wrong with Cancer? Is it a sign? What's wrong with her? But anywho, so I asked him, you know, well, where did you see her? He said in the drugstore in Elmont. I'm like, oh, all right. So he went out the door, and I resumed, you know, reading my book on the couch, chilling. Probably had snacks and chilling. And that was that. That was it. That was it. You know, it for that moment. I think I spoke to him later on. You know, if you should run into her or any of my ex-comrades, and they ask about the family as a collective, say fine and keep it moving. You know, that's what I do say. But they ask about me as an individual. Don't give them any updates, please. They want updates. I'm on Facebook. Okay, they know my pen name. They can go ahead and ask me in the inbox. Facebook doesn't change shit where anybody can inbox your ass now. Remember when Facebook didn't have it that way? Where only your friends, however you got your settings, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Just that should tell people that Edward Snowden may not be lying. Y'all saw his movie? He may not be lying, okay? Who makes $200,000 a year with no high school diploma? Gonna quit a job like that? Flee from the motherfucker, okay? When you want 200K, I'm still stuck on. Be damned what he put the public on to. I'm still stuck on that he made 200K from his own mouth. 200K with no high school diploma. What Wendy Williams used to say on the radio? The complexion with the connection. Okay. Well, no offense to you, Ed Snowden. I don't want to hear this video. But look here, y'all gonna see that movie. Hold on, let me get some tea. Y'all hear snoring? That's my bear. That's Papa Bear. I wonder if y'all can hear it. I never know till I listen to this shit back. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Well, he's way over there. Well, anyway, let me get some tea. Hold on. The tea getting cold. I'm going to have to reheat it. Anyway, hold on, another sip. Hold on, because I can get parched talking. Hold on. So, fast forward to September. This was in August. When he was in the park? Yeah, late August. Just not too long ago. I know you're like, well, why are you doing the video now? Because this is when I'm inspired to do the video, okay? Yeah, we in the park at the baby's birthday party. It rained that day, too, but it was sunny at first. But they had to pour, not you give a shit, extraneous data. Well, click off. Please click off. Anywho, so we're at the park, and he passed me his phone, and it's our older brother, and he tells me the same thing. Guess who I ran into? Well, she saw me, and she was yelling my name out across, and yelling his government name across Jamaica Avenue. I think he was near Margarita's Pizza. Margarita's Pizza is the truth. You from Queens and know about Jamaica? Margarita's Pizza is they ain't paying me a damn nickel for this commercial. Margarita's Pizza is the best pizza on the planet. Yeah, I said, no, I ain't been all over the planet for pizza, but I can still say that shit with straight confidence. I've been enough places. And you definitely can't find no good pizza in the South. Why the South can't? Let me tell you something, Margarita. Y'all gonna tweet this. Margarita got a Twitter. I should see. Margarita, look at here. Okay, Margarita. This is what you need to do. Get you a pizzeria in the South, in the A. Okay, that's what you need to do, Margarita. There's no good pizza down here. If you have found good pizza in the A or the South, please let me know. Specifically the A. I just found some decent Chinese food, and they from New York. I'm like, oh, y'all from New York? No the fuck wonder. It was hard finding Chinese food in New York. I love you from New York, and it's unhealthy food. I know, vegans listening, but oh, New York got food. Oh, we got food. No wonder I'm a chubby foodie. Oh heavens, the South and the South is known for Southern hospitality and Southern cuisine. So maybe it's just a soul Southern food down here. I don't know, child. But I have yet to find good pizza down here. especially knowing margaritas, it's like having a good man. Then y'all break up. And you don't mean to compare your next bowls to him. But it's a natural thing to do in your mind. You don't say it. You don't hurt the new one's ego. But if you had a good man, say that you had good pizza like that. It's spiritual readers too. I've had one of the best. She's good. And automatically when I go get readings, my mind, and I try not to compare readers, but yeah, the truth, I tell you, she's good with no cards. Okay, it's still on point with the cards. But I digress. When the budget permits me to go see the good readers. Oh, blessings be. Shout out to all the good readers. It's a gift. And your Mercury is aspected well in your natal chart. Hold on, yes, it. Anyhow, I digress again. Yeah, disseminating my DM. Okay, so I think he was near Margarita's Pizza. I couldn't blame him. I couldn't blame that pizza. It's so damn good. Oh, I think it's the sauce. Gabby's is good too. I heard they cousins on Francis. Y'all know, you gotta be Queen's native to know what Gabby's on Francis Lewis. Oh gosh, that pizza is so good. Y'all need to open up a shop down south. Y'all can send your cousins or something to run it. I don't figure it out. But anyway, so she's yelling his government across the street. He's in his 50s, but he's still like, what the fuck is she yelling at? What the fuck wrong with her? So he's looking at her, and she comes across, she, oh my goodness, hi, how you been? She hugs him, and they talk. He's like, how you doing? They talking, and I guess that's a brief thing. They go, oh, how's your family? You go, they fine. And here go the second one. Well, how's your sister? Oh, she's fine. And I think he updated. I said, you updated her? Oh, God. Voluntarily? Did she have to pull out the update? Not that I'm living a secret life. I do like my anonymity, hence the audio of this channel. But I don't think your detractors or adversaries should get updates. Do you think they should get in such a willing, voluntary update? It's nothing like a secret because it's a memoir. I have a memoir, so clearly I'm trying to live no secret shit. And I have nothing to be secretive about. It's not that, y'all. It's something just heebie-jeebie-ish about an adversary getting an update. Then I think through another retrograde, my ex-husband ran into former friends in the gas station. And they asked, well, how's she doing? And my ex-husband's like, well, that's normal for them to ask about you because I know them through you. I'm like, did you give an update? He was like, not an extensive one. Will you calm down? Because I don't know. Your own psyche is your ground zero for your thought process. Of course, nature and nurture, your public schools, whatever schooling you had, all that stuff comprises how you rationalize and reason and deduce. Because I guess my point is, I wouldn't do it if I ran into someone that knows them. And I'm still cool with that party. I would just say, hey, how you doing? And keep it the fuck pushing. I'm not asking them, well, how's so-and-so? If I ran into I've run into her brother, Kia's brother. I think he owned a car lot. I don't know if he still owns a car lot. And I walked by, I said, hey, how you doing? He said, hey, how you doing? And I kept walking. I kept it moving. Then he was like, this is my lot. And I want to say, I know, I heard, through the grapevine. But I was like, oh, cool, congratulations. I'm so proud. Fly dude, Brooklyn, totally fly. And I was like, oh, yeah, fine. That's wonderful. Congratulations. And it was sincere, but I kept it moving. But I asked, well, how's your sister? Fuck no. No, I'm not asking that. I don't care. No disrespect, but with the way she treated me, I fully care. I'm not asking. I don't need updates. No. So I'm not speaking theoretically here. I'm speaking what the fuck I know. If I see the family member of an adversary or someone we know a mutual friend, I'm not inquiring about that person. I'm just not. But on the other hand, different strokes for different folks. And some shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna eat some of Papa's cheese pops here. Hold on. Oh, I hope you didn't get mad. Wait, you can share his cheese pops. It's not that deep. Oh, but anyway, y'all, so I know the chewing is going to irritate. I don't know. Well, click off. So, hold on, let me get some tea. So I'm on the phone with my brother, and he goes, "You got a pen and paper handy? We old school, y'all." Yeah, I know younger people pull out the phones and do. So I'm like, hold on, so I go on my purse and I get the pen and paper. Yes, I still work with pen and paper. I'm old school. He said, well, here, she give you her phone number. I'm like, why? Why would she do that? He was like, I don't know. She gave me, do you want the number? And I'm like, alrighty. Knowing full well I ain't gonna never use that number. So I jot the number down. I guess I probably wanted the area code to see it was 516. I was like, oh, she's still in Long Island. Then I thought my brother, our youngest brother, saying how he's on Elmont. So I'm like, okay, she won't fall back out there. Okay. But anyhow, chill. I'm using the pseudonym. Yeah, your real government ain't on here, okay? Ugh, because you could know where the mind done went just now. You know, the foolishness. Hold on, y'all. Oh, y'all done. It decongest. You gotta lay off them dairy products. You know, certain meats still have dairy. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? I detox once a week. Okay, so anyway, so that was it. Chilling. Me and him soon got off the phone. I resumed enjoying the festivities at the park barbecue picnic birthday little thingy. And that was it. You know, I'm playing with my grandbaby, enjoying the family. Marriott to my grandbaby, my babies, all of you. Marriott, my nieces. Mucho love. Hold on. Marriott. Maybe I should be eating these dry as cheese balls. Hold on, y'all. Pardon me, y'all. This is cheese balls. I should have left these shits alone. Hold on. So, I'm not too loud. It was these cheese balls. Oh no, they were too dry for us for breakfast food. It was empty calories. But anyway, I think that I was, because they crunchy, it helped me move along in my dialogue. Anyway, so here it is a couple of days later. And I got a reading to see why on earth would she give him... It's one thing just to say hi and quiet, whatever the fuck. But why on earth would she give him her phone number? Does she think I'm going to actually use the number? And she can give that to me direct. Here's the tea. Me and her daughter are Facebook friends for years. Now, whether she's aware of that or not, I don't know. But me and her daughter are the same sign. I'm sure she's aware that we're Facebook friends. If you wanted to double the digits, you could have asked your daughter to inbox them to me. Or you could just say, well, you know, let me sit here a minute, let me inbox her. So, yeah, maybe it's an old school thing. You want to write the number down. I don't fucking know. I ain't using that number. I wrote it down and burned it, okay? But in the event, well, I didn't say. Yeah, let me give you the timeline of why we're excommunicated. Here it is. Finally, the friendship portion of this friendship video, volume 4. I'm just hoping I didn't already mention this shit in the previous video. If I did, oh hell, click off. Ain't nobody forcing you to be here but your ego. And hold on. This is my outlet, okay? Something you just got to get out, like taking shit or peeing. Or, no, I don't mean to be was that gauche? I don't mean, never mind. Anywho, so, don't worry, I'll wipe and flush and wash my hands too and spray. Burn incense, okay? I love incense. And that's the thing with incense in the world. How can people go anywhere empty-handed? You can give a beautiful bouquet of incense, especially when the person's spiritual. I don't understand people go places empty-handed. I'm just, as inexpensive as sodas are. I was just on the phone with someone that's like a big sister to me. She was saying how she don't hear from nobody, but she have an event with all this food. People come out of nowhere and then eat up your food, take a plate home. And then you don't hear from anybody anymore. She said, I hear from you. Yada, yada, yada. I said, well, I love you like my big sister. We'll be talking. I'm like, well, the people who come eat up the food, do they bring soda or a bottle of wine? Do they bring something? The particular people she was referencing, she was like, no. And not just with this recent event. She had a birthday in August. She was like, any event I have, they don't know. These particular people don't bring nothing. I'm like, not a soda? I don't get it. You got to pass stores before you get to our house. How do you go somewhere empty-handed? I get it from my mother then. I'm gonna say I'm not judging, but any thinking being will see a situation and assess it. And this is unsolicited data that was, you know, fell in my lap. Any thinking sentient being think, and you call it judgment, call it the fuck you want, but I just don't understand how you pass stores and can't get ain't soda like $2 or $3. I don't. It's not you helping them. What I know about spirituality, the laws of karma, the laws of exchange, Maya. You bringing something to someone's house helps you spiritually. It does. See if you don't hit the number a couple of days later. I'm telling you, going to someone's house empty-handed is, I don't know, it's empty. It's not good karma. And you're going to eat and take a plate home, which is fine. You know, they cook the food for you to eat it. It's an event, but I don't get it. And wine, you can get wine for $6.99. Shout out to all the people who bring something when you go to people's house. You don't know how much class that is. Just class. Yeah, I digress. This is the friendship. Oh, that just came to mind. But anyway, any event. So, a couple of days ago, which is recent, like yesterday, I got a reading, just out of curiosity to figure out why did she give him the phone number. I didn't really want to ask her why she inquired about me, but I did anyway. But because my ex-husband was saying that's normal. He's talking to me on the phone. That's normal for you to run into someone and go, well, how's so-and-so? I said, you don't think it's nosy? He said, I didn't get that vibe, but it's very normal. Even if you don't really care, it's just part of the conversation. When you bump into someone you hadn't seen in a long time, well, how's so-and-so? And of course, I'm telling him about retrogrades. I'm like, just know when Mercury and other planets are retrograde and see how many people, especially Venus retrograde, you'll bump into one of your exes, okay? You be from high school, you bump right into their motherfucking ass, okay? I remember I had to duck down behind the halal meat freezer when I saw my ex in a daggone ShopRite. I said, oh, shit. Oh, and he looked like he was with a Becky, too. I ain't dissing. I'm just saying. I'm like, he trying to get her for a motherfucking paper. I know him. I know his motherfucking Casper ass. Y'all can read about Casper in the memoir. I said, he trying to get her for her paper. Oh, no, that's son of a bitch. I wish I could warn her. But I wasn't looking all that cute. I wish I could have beat his ass in ShopRite, okay? That's to be a rite of passage. And whoop his ass. You still owe my mother $826 rent. $826 back rent, yo, bitch, you. You Leo, motherfucker, you. In any event, yes, I saw your ass in ShopRite. I don't know, was it 20... when did I move down here? Was it 24? No, was it 2014? Or 2013? I don't fucking know. Westchester County, ShopRite, bitch, White Plains. I saw your motherfucking ass. And I had to duck down behind the halal meat freezer thing. Ugh. Oh, Casper. Ooh, you read about Casper. Anyway. And it ain't no scorn and wound. No, you ain't even got pipe game like that for me to be scorned, bitch. No disrespect. What someone said, don't talk to me like you got a big dick. What you say, Queens of Comedy? No disrespect. I don't even know if you listen to this. I'm not dissing your dick. I'm just saying, you know your game down there. So it ain't nothing like that. No scorn, love. You owe my mother $826. No, your broken ass, old ass TV ain't got shit to do with shit. And you using the TV bullshit for something you owe my mother. And my mother ain't never wronged you. Per your own recollection. Because you said, oh, I love your mom. She treat me like a son, and yet you still stiffer for $826. Ugh, I don't even talk about that bitch no more. Ugh. But in the event, that was the topic, retrogrades. Yeah, I was telling my ex-husband about them. You know how you run into people and whatnot from the past. The retrograde. You know, retrogrades is about redoing, finishing up. Don't do nothing new. No new shit. No new projects. Don't make no big ticket purchases. This is what it was taught to me during a retro. You can Google shit yourself. It's about really going into the past and correcting some shit and resolving some shit. You know, retrograde frequency. Anywho, so yeah, Kia, we met as teenagers and became fast friends. Fast friends. This one must be some past life shit. So, as teenagers, she introduced us to her friends in Brooklyn. One particular friend, we call her, I think her name in the memoir is Nichelle. We call her Nichelle for the anonymity's sake. Capricorn. And me and Michelle got cool. We got cool. When we used to go to Brooklyn, even without Kia, we would go see her. I used to mess with let's call him Larry Law from Kingston and True. That son gonna look good all the way up into his 30s. Man, Larry Law, you listen to this? Yeah, I had some restaurant over there that used to fry crab. I was saying crab. No, that they probably had crab legs. I don't know. They had frog legs. And Bernie, that's her name in the book. Bernie drove me up there. She's from Brooklyn Crown Heights, so you know she knew the shit, how to get around. She drove me up to get the fried frog legs. And I got in the car, I was like, oh my God, pull over. Pull off. I'm ducking down. She's like, what the fuck wrong with you? Heavens forbid if somebody was after our ass, we would have got fucking caught because she's stalling and they stepping on gas. Word for damn. Will you pull the fuck over? Off. Why? Bitch, pull off. Finally, you have to yell. Yell to the volume of how the fucker said everyone in the movie. What's that movie called? The Professional? With the little girl and the guy. And he was telling his coworker to get back up. And he was like, well, who? He said everyone. Calmly, he said everyone at first. He was like, what do you mean everyone? And he kept trying to, we on some dunce didn't shit. And the guy screamed, everyone. So I was in the volume of that volume for her to pull off. Finally, we get away from Fulton, Kingston, True. She was like, what has gotten into you? Something happened with the frog leg restaurant when you got the frog. No. She thought I must have ran out with free frog legs. I'm like, that establishment was black owned. I wouldn't take nothing from no black owned establishment. I believe in karma. What is wrong with you? She said, well, I had to pull off with her. I was like, I saw my ex from the 80s. God damn it, he still looked good. Oh, my heavens, sweet Jesus. He looked better. Ain't that a bitch? You look better than when you was a teenager. I don't know, he looked built up. Not too buffy. Not too beefy. Like you think steroids or some shit. But it's like he's in a gym or something. He's a cancer too. I was like, oh shit, that's lore. Oh my God. And of course I'm chubby. Holding fucking fried frog legs of all goddamn things. Oh jeez. It looked like he was out there schooling and mentoring the youngin. Like he doing right with his life. I was like, oh shit. You could read about Nichelle and Lore in the book, okay? Look for that in the memoir. That's how he and I broke up in the 80s as teenagers. Okay? Per my recollection, I don't know what he would say. But, yeah, you read about that shit. Then the guys in the corner, he was trying to, I don't know if was he trying to take over a corner. And I was like, no, nigga, I got to live here. You out of your motherfucking mind. And we was on the precipice of breaking up. Like, he would give a fuck what they do to me by then. Although cancers tend to be caring, but his mind was focused on money. I'm like, I grew up with these niggas. You will not be trying to do this shit because they may blame me and not you. And I got to live here. You fucking crazy. You can't tell me how to get money. I can tell you where to get it. Not the fuck here where I live. Are you fucking crazy? This is the 80s, y'all. So y'all read more about that shit in the memoir. Hold on. Now, how did I get to the frog legs and Larry Law? Well, Nichelle. Yeah, we used to chill with Nichelle. And me and Nichelle used to go to Rooftop. It was a club in Harlem back in the 80s. We just used to chill independent of Kia. But Kia's a cancer. She was a homebody. So something happened. She didn't even want to come outside. But I never knew that she took umbrage, And I know about water signs. Not to the extent I know about astrology now as a grown-ass woman. But as a teenager, I still was, in the know of water signs being very sensitive. But I still thought she was logical. She had Aquarius moon. I've never ever really felt her Aquarius moon. And that's the moon. Well, the Cancer rules the moon. She always felt like a Cancer. Always. I think her sun may be in the first house. I looked at her chart back then, back in the days. I don't know what I did to the paper. I think the paperwork is still in storage in New York somewhere. But anywho, because she looks like a Cancer. Just totally cherup. She looks like a Cancer. Acts like one. To the hilt. And she's a 2. The moon rules a number 2. Yeah, total Cancerian frequency. I've rarely ever felt that Aquarius moon, but Aquarians that has attached itself to her. You'll read more about that in my I don't know if she had her memoir. I don't know if she wrote my memoir. Okay, I'm gonna get to the memoir shit in a minute. Anyway, so back to the teenagers. When this is the first violation, serious violation. Prior to this little catty quips and no benign bullshit, you gonna pay them out. But the first serious violation You know what I mean? And this bitch got the nerve to have a motherfucking beef with me. And you the only one who initiated violations towards me? Bitch, are you crazy? Are you dumb? My Nicki Minaj voice. But anyway, and people used to call her that. Not being disrespectful. You know what's painful? If someone's questioning your intellect and they're not trying to be disrespectful, they're sincerely. People who don't even dislike her, just like, is she academically challenged? And not that we're scholars. So we're talking about basic academia here. Of course, I'm not going to go up because she's my friend. But in the event, you read one memoir. Let me just get to the basics. No, but I don't think this audience and the memoir audience would be one and the same. I would hope not. I like to keep the entities separate. Never mind. Listen to me. So we're and again, my mom at work at night. So we're in her room. Her room had the cable. We had WHT back then in the 80s. But the living room had cable too. Did she take out the living room cable? Why would we be in mommy's room? I think I was putting my sister to sleep. The crib was up there. I don't know. Because I'm like, why would we be in mommy's room? The living room had cable too. My room didn't have cable. I had a little TV, a little 13-inch black and white. You know the antenna you stick the hanger in? Oh, just old school. Just love it. But in the event, but the cable, which was very new to the urban landscape, was WHT. I don't know what that should stand for. Stood for. Y'all remember midnight something, nigga? I'm up late at night looking at this stuff, you know. Terrible. You know, teenagers are curious, right? Because midnight something. I know this shit in Emmanuel, those stories. How do you remember the WHT? Anywho, so we was in mommy room looking at TV, and I was rocking my sister in my arms, putting her to sleep. You know, about it. You know, I had to babysit. I think that was my baby. We was boosted back then, so I used to keep an Oshkosh, gas, all this fly shit. And I had an after school job. So mom's like, how are you buying this stuff? I work. She's like, yeah, you say after school job. You ain't making this kind of money. Where you getting this stuff from? I work. And you know, I date scramblers. And mommy like, well, what is a scrambler? Of course, I didn't tell her. You know, hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Ticket scalpers. You know, oh, cutie pie ticket scalper. Never mind. Y'all read the memoir. But anywho, so kept my little sister fly. She was cute as a button, chubby and cute as all outdoors. So I'm putting her to sleep, rocking her in my arms. And Shimon, this is the pseudonym from the book. Shimon and Kia's in the room with me. They came over every night mommy went to work. These were my core Charlie's Angels. These are my core friends. They came over every night. Sometimes the whole crew would come over, peripheral pals, and, you know, satellite homies, you know. But the core was us three. Me, Shimon, and Kia. Every night mommy went to work, clockwork. They was there. We was just chilling, looking at TV. We looked at the Sparkle movie over and over again. We had the moves down pat, doing the dance. Just teenage fun, okay? Teenage follies and fun. So we in mommy room looking at TV, chilling, talking girl talk. And Nichelle calls, the Capricorn from Brooklyn, who we all met through Kia. Kia from Brooklyn. And I guess I don't know if Nichelle grew up, went to school together, junior high school. Somehow they knew each other. They were friends. So instantly, Kia's mood shifted when Nichelle called. So I'm thinking she had beef with Nichelle that I wasn't aware of. I should have got right into astrology right then and there. Right into Cancerian, you know, shit right then and there. But I didn't, because I'm thinking, you know, her emotions is warranted and legitimate. Not some sort of territorial, insecure, weird, warped bullshit. So I'm looking at her and looking at the phone, looking at Shimon. And we're both, me and Shimon, looking quizzical, like, what the fuck going on? So I'm on the phone with Nichelle and being friendly, not overly exuberant or whatever the fuck she was trying to claim. Like, hey, Nichelle, what's going on? And we're talking. Because like I said, we was going to rooftop. I now remember the purpose of the call. And me and Nichelle didn't talk, not in trying to defend some shit, but we didn't talk daily. We talk every once in a while. Hey, girl, what's going on? And I think probably we was talking about rooftop, because that was the plan. We going to rooftop, okay? So we're talking, and while we're talking, this is a regular civilized conversation. Instead of Kia talking to Shimon or playing with the baby, I don't know, she just becomes transfixed on the phone call. Oh, get off her bra strap. Da-da-da-da-da. Get off her bra strap. She kept repeating that. Back in the days, that was a term in the 80s. You know, I guess it's similar to was the counter of when you say get off, you know, somebody would say get off his dick, like you really, really like him, to the point of like, you know, kissing his ass like him. That was the term, on his dick, get off his dick. So the when you really, really showing adulation for a female, it would be, oh, you on her bra strap, get off her bra strap. So that was the terminology in the 80s, in the nomenclature, okay? So, hold on, y'all. Oh, it gets so parched. Talking, it really make you run. Oh. I'm at 55 minutes. So, I'm like, Nichelle, hold on a minute. Get off her bra strap. How so? She called me. What would... Yeah, but you all happy. I'm like, my frequency, my energy is matching. This is before these words were even popularized in Namak. I think Erykah Badu did that. And your energy feels so good to me. It picks me up, don't want to come down. Is that Next Lifetime? Yeah, but these words were always there, but, you know, becoming so popularized like that. I think EB did that. I could be wrong. I think she did. But, yeah, but that's what I said. I was like, well, what do you mean? My energy is matching her. She called here. What are you talking about? So, Nichelle used to call her Baldy. Oh, tell Baldy to, you know, retrograde and, forgive me. Somebody said, well, retrograde like her hairline was in the 80s. Never mind who said that. But usually with a Stacey Lattice or tight mushroom, greasy tight mushroom. That, yeah, I read the memoir. But anywho, so Nichelle used to call her. Nichelle had long, beautiful, real hair. But I don't even know weaves was popular in the 80s. Maybe weaves was out. I don't know. Long, beautiful, beautiful hair flowing down her back. All hers. But they said they had long hair too. I didn't want to brag because I don't think it's something to brag about. I mean, unless your hair making you bank money, paying bills. I don't know. So when someone with that hair length calling you Baldy, that used to really give them the key of skin. And Nichelle was shapely. I think she talked about Kia's shape, a box shape. And to me, Nichelle used to go off on Kia. Yet she wanted to have an umbrage with me. I never dissed her edges, her greasy edges. I never dissed her shape. Or her her lack of academia. I never dissed any of that stuff. We're going to get to that in a minute, too. But anyhow, pardon me, I'm back to the cheese balls. I think I would have learned my lesson first time they had me coughing and some shit. But anyway, so, no, they help me get through the story. No, weird. It's a nervous food or some shit. I had air in my neck, my chart. Okay, so, air and a natal chart. Yeah, you can start, you know the hell I'm talking about. So, she's on and on about how long Kia's, and this is my baby sister sitting in my arms. Is this the kind of talk you have in front of the baby infant? What's wrong with this dumb bitch? And carrying on in my mother's room, just irreverent, just asshole shit, you know? Whiny, bratty, because you can't get your way. Like I called her. I didn't even call her earlier and think, call me back. No, she called me on her own. So she on the phone, you know, clowning Kia's emotions. Capricorn opposite her. She Capricorn opposite of Cancer. So I guess it was some 360 shit she was doing. You know, unconscious astrology like that. And her son, I think he was a Capricorn too. He is a Capricorn. I think she moved down south. You know, she ain't on Facebook. What the hell Nichelle's doing? I digress. But anyhow. So she's like, oh, Baldy, shut up. And I don't think I had it on speakerphone, but she could hear her. Did I have speakerphone? Mommy worked for the phone company, so she always had to be, and her attendance was good. So she would give new phones as gifts, awards and shit. When she told me she wasn't late or absent in 11 years, y'all read that in the memoir. I'm like, Mom, you were never late. She get awards for attendance and gifts and perks and that call ID. She got all that shit early. But in any event, so my point is maybe I did have a speaker on. I don't know. This is speaker in the 80s. Mommy used to get high-tech clear phones and, I mean, pretty phones. She'd take the phone to work. I'd be heartbroken like, well, it's going to change the look of the whole living room. And it just, the phone is that pretty they would give her, okay, for her attendance and her work ethic. Anyhow. Not bragging, this is the truth, Mommy. But I was not a good worker with, especially attendance shit. Mommy was a good student. She got skipped in high school. I don't have my mother academia DNA, and Mommy's college degree. I got 95 credits. Okay. Any lawyers listening? I do want to finish it just for my mama to give it a degree. Y'all help me get the degree, okay? Pro bono, do some shit, okay? Y'all tweet this to lawyers. Anywho, but her academia DNA, her work ethic, but she has a lot of Saturn energy in her. Never mind. But in doing her chart, I know why she's just a good employee, and now she's a good church trustee. I think if mommy's gonna do a job, she tells herself, "Well, I'm gonna do the job well to the best of my." I'm a leisurely lady, okay? Let me make the lemonade and the food in the kitchen. Maybe you let me do. Yeah, read the seasonings, all the good shit, okay? Okay, I give you conversation and food. That's it. That's it, okay? All right, yeah. Anywho, so I'm at an hour. Have mercy. So she carried on cutting the plum donkey fool in my mama's room in front of the baby. Shimon is a natural born combatant. Kia would like you to believe she's a natural born combatant. She's a natural born asshole combatant with non-combatants. That's, what is that, a chubby bully? Get your marshmallow greasy ass the fuck out my face with that bullshit. Anyway, so Michelle's on the phone. Tell Baldy to shut up. Shut the fuck up. If they pay their phone bill, somebody could call her too. So that's how I know during this season her phone must have been off, because she'd be off and on a lot, you know, back in the 80s, back in the time. In the timeline for this, okay, my sister's born in June. That's what I'm saying. You would think we would have been excommunicated much longer after this fight. I must have been a forgiving fool to a fault. I get that from my mother. That's in my DNA. That forgiving shit. Well, they said, well, Negroids, we're forgiven against the Caucasoid racists and stuff like that over centuries. But we don't forgive each other like that with that quickness, if you notice. Okay, if you're melanated listening, you notice in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, my sister born in June. We got arrested July 1st. I remember. But I'm trying to figure out, was my sister that young when she hit her? That's an infant. Let me think. Okay, let me think. Okay, wait. My sister born in June, right? And that's what I'm saying. It couldn't have been the next year, because that would make my sister a big chubby toddler when this hit went down. She was an infant. I'm holding her like this. But my mother wouldn't have went back to work that soon. Was mommy at work? Or did this fight happen after we got arrested? I know that the phone was off when we got arrested, because my mom had to send my younger brother around the corner to tell her mother we got arrested for boosting. Yeah, bitch! Y'all can read it. But I remember the date, because the next day was her birthday. She kept saying, I'll be 16 tomorrow. Take me. Because something in New York, it's just New York or everywhere, where you're somehow deemed an adult at 16. Because that's how they rope up young melanated children, okay? 16 in the tarot deck, you come. The elders, the spiritual teachers, broke it down what the fuck that is, okay? But I've never forget, she kept repeating, take us together. What are you separating us for? She was so vocal with them fucking pigs. No disrespect, that's what they would call, cops would call back in the 80s. Got to keep it how it was in the memoir, you know, authentic how the shit was. And I was already 16, so they was taking me off to the adult shit with the prostitutes. Y'all read the shit in the memoir. And she went to juvenile where she had pancakes and sausage. I said, you had pancakes? We went to P. Had a cute little uniform like Skippy sneakers, and y'all read the memoir. But I'm trying to figure out, when did our first fight happen? Well, our first and only physical fight. I'm trying to do the timeline. My sister was definitely armed infant baby. She wasn't no chubby toddler. She was such a cute little fat toddler too, who could withstand a punch. She was small, but we excommunicated after, as well as we should, after the fight. The fight must have happened after the boosting thing. But how long would they phone be off extended like that? Her mom had a good job too, on Wall Street or something. All I know is the mother had a good job, so don't think they with no fiat. Not that that's any of your business to think, but like I said, sentient beings think. That's what we do. We see a situation or hear a situation, and we draw a conclusion. That's what the fuck human beings do. I kiss my ass with that judgment shit. Judgment in the icky form to me is judging some shit. Just to judge it, to be an asshole and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Not to say, oh, I'm going to listen to story time and assess. No, that's thinking. The fucking thinking. Anywho, so I would say that we got arrested after the fight. No, because y'all, and I had diaries on this shit, but family robbed my house in the 1990, February, they robbed my house and took diaries and shit. I'm like, Why would, because I was still into designer labels and, Joan and David shoes. And I was into a lot of, I was a booster. I had good shit, okay? So I can understand them. Not that I agree, but, they took the designer shit, that Gucci's, Apple, Buttersoft Apple pocketbooks, trying just unique shit, okay? I don't even know if Gucci still got that bag, vintage. And to this day, I think of that Gucci barrel bag like, I wonder if family had the good sense to keep that shit. That Gucci, that shit is vintage. And may all the harm and desecration and misfortune come to the motherfucking possessor of that Gucci bag. All my shit. May negative shit come to you for being in possession of that stolen shit. But in any event, and so mote it be. Well, you don't think no better of me. Don't be a hypocrite. You want me to think well of you and you think ill of me? Let's keep it balanced. Let's keep it even and balanced. Okay? Okay. No hard feelings, just Mayat feelings. Karmic feelings, okay? But anywho, and then they got the nerve to sell the attitude, rob my house and mad at me. Do you see the psychotic warp shit? Do y'all see what's going on? You didn't even have to do a prison bid, yet you still mad? Warped. But anywho, back to this situation. I'm trying to figure out if the fight happened before the arrest or after the arrest. I can't figure it out. But my sister was still an armed infant baby because I see my mother in court in my mind right now. I'm tethered to prostitutes whom I got along with in the cell. Yeah, I think y'all saw Eddie Murphy movie. Was it Trading Places? Me in the cell. Me and the ladies were just fine. They was, they was calling me baby girl. Like, what you in here for, boosting? I'm like, how do you know? They said, look how you dress. Your age. I'm like, oh. They was like, you ain't dressed like us, so you ain't in here for something else. No disrespect to the ladies of the evening. But in the event, so I want the timeline because I want to see how quickly I forgave her. Like a fool. It feels like the arrest must have happened after the fight, though. It had to have it because in that room, in my mama's room, we wasn't talking about no arrest or nothing. So no, the arrest happened after the fight. But why would we be friends after the fucking fight? Okay, here's the bullshit. Okay, timeline with this one who just saw my brother in margaritas. Okay, we pushing 50, y'all. Keep that in mind. Maturity. Okay, I'm gonna get to the cards and shit in a minute. I'm over now. Well, fuck it. It is what it is. So she's carrying on and I don't even have a temper. And but it's you in my house, in my mother's room, no less, a secret place, and talking like this over my sister, because she's standing. I'm on my mother's bed holding my sister, and Shimona's sitting in the chair. You know, the elders used to keep a chair in their bedroom. Shimona's sitting in the chair mommy had in the room that was next to the crib. So she's talking at me and over me and speaking like that. She was no spit, nothing coming out of her mouth, but she's still talking the breath of ridiculousness and assholism over my sister. She's just a baby. She just got here. You dumb bitch. So I stood up to go put my sister in the shell dissing. She's not even dissing the shell. She's telling me to get off the shell's bra strap. That's her friend. I wouldn't know her if she didn't introduce her. And I'm like, and what the fuck she called me? What is wrong with you? But now I know that was fear. That was fear of her being, us getting close and her feeling left out, and then we hanging out at rooftop, and we all of us are having like this independent friendship with Michelle. And as a teenager, now I got 95 credits in legal studies. You take psychology and sociology, so now I have more knowledge of the mind and how it works and the ego. But as a teenager, you just like, this bitch is violating my house, and my mother. We're not even in the living room or some shared area. We're in my mother's fucking bedroom. And this is before I knew about saging the house and getting that frequency out of there. I learned soon. Edie told me, go back in your mother's room and spritz. She would give me stuff, spritz this and da. Clear the area where that fight went down. Anywho, so as I'm getting up, I'm saying, excuse me, because you can't make logical sense. I'm trying to make logical sense with the bitch, and she's not receptive to fucking sound reason. So I just started saying, excuse me, dirty neck. Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh had a hit song during that time, talking about, excuse me, Dougie Fresh, what? So people used to always ask me, not even, I'm telling you, it is hurtful when someone's deliberately being disrespectful, but it's another kind of pain when you can tell from the intones and inflections in their voice that they're not being disrespectful. They sincerely inquiring, Did she graduate from junior high school? Because they assumed she was a junior high school. Well, she told us she finished junior high. She had a tutor named Yafa. I thought that name was so dope. Some Jewish woman. She's dressed her ass off. Eben Bacon excursion. Any event. I know you can read that in the memoir. But people was like, well, she has a tutor. She read you. And why don't she just go to fuck the school? But people were very curious about basic academia standing that. They would ask me. They wouldn't ask her. They wouldn't hurt her feelings. Because their intent wasn't to hurt them. That's what I'm saying. They were sincerely curious. Like, what the fuck? But then they would ask me about she had like a black stain on the back of her neck. They just go, what is that on the back of her neck? And I said, I think it's grease from the dripping grease. She used to use so much Murphy's, or was it Murray's, in that orange thing. She used to use so much grease in her hair and make a tight little mushroom. And I think her nervous condition, she had receding hairline. And we teenagers now. I'm like, what is there to be nervous about? I was like, you ain't paying no bills. A job. Maybe it was her aqua moon. A lot of air. I don't think she has a lot of air in her chart though. See the shit. But listen to me. The point is, people want to know what the fuck is that black thing on her back of her neck. And we never say anything about her feelings. But after a while, somebody must have said something, because I think she started scrubbing it and we didn't see it no more. I used to tell her, try to change the grease. That Murray's is thick. And you put that shit in the hot summer and the sweat. And, you just being polite. Because, cancers are very sensitive. And then she get mad at, well, why y'all didn't tell me? We used to be looking like, because you're sensitive. We don't want to hurt your feelings. Like if she found out later on from someone who had the guts to say something about her hair. Another former ex-homie, Gemini. Her name was Bobby in the book. Bobby, this is the early 2000s. No, this is 2008. Me and Bobby started speaking again. I told Bobby about the asshole conversation I had on the phone with her. I get to 2008 in a minute, y'all. First thing out of Bobby's mouth. Did you get her on her hair? Please tell me you address her hair. So people have been saying things about her hair for decades. It's just... And then she mad at me. I accept her as is. You fucking with me for bullshit, dumb shit. And people talking shit. You're nice to the motherfuckers that's talking shit about your hair and your academic standings, okay? And your shape. You're nice to them, ironically. Me, who don't even address that shit to you or behind your back, they ask me about it and I respond best I can. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. We all got flaws, is what I would tell them. What the fuck you want me to say shit? And then I was such a carefree teenager. Only thing was on my mind was food, cute shoes, cute clothes, and cute dudes. What the girl? Are we gonna have fun? I don't fuck about her hair. Ask her. Shit. No, I don't want to hurt her feelings. They ain't even into astrology, but they can tell she's sensitive. I don't want to hurt her feelings. Well, I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you. But in the event, so back to my point. So I stood up, going to put the baby in the my sister in the crib, because you're talking over her, because she's in my lap, and you out of your fucking mind, bitch. So I'm still, while I'm doing so, I'm saying, excuse me, dirty neck, because she's talking empty rhetoric. She's I think I was doing a mix master between excuse me, dirty neck, and Shimon laughing like a motherfucker. Remember she had a period during this time, because she had to keep going back and forth to the bathroom to change her pad or do something, wash her hands. But so I'm trying to move, and the bitch is standing there, so I'm nudging, bitch move. I got my sister in the crib. What the fuck, girl? Anyway, girl, you ain't gangster. And you know how you ain't gangster? You don't come out Shimon like that. You never did. You never will. You come at those who are non-combatants like your ass like that. You cut one bitch in Brooklyn and just swore she was gangster, okay? That chick cared about you, and you thought she was a dyke. It'd be in the memoir, y'all. Hold on. You know how you swap war stories and you first meet, teenagers. Hell, adults could swap war stories. Hold on. In the hood, you could be a non-combatant and still find yourself in the fight. Because bullies target non-combatants. They do that as adults. Hold on, y'all. I need sympathy. Hold on. Anyway, so and then so I'm like, Dick, with Roxy and Shantae, tell them bitches they sound like cats. That little song clip will still come to mind today when you hear that meow mix. That empty rhetoric bullshit. Ooh, if Roxanne Shante voice don't come in my cipher in mind, and my God gives it to me, okay? She gives me with, tell them bitches they sound like cats. and Biz coming meow 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 meow. It just relieves me of any fucking angst that asshole bitch is trying to dole my way, okay? But in this moment, it was that, and excuse me, dirty neck. And Shimon thought the shit was fucking uproarious. Not that she was laughing at her expense. She knew not to fuck with Shimon or her laughter. She knew to fuck better, okay? That was my ex-bestie, Leo, Sag Moon. Mars and Sag in the first house. Astrologers, do you need Mars direct in Sag in the first fucking house? Astrologers who know. Do I need to say any fucking more? Okay. A Scorpio ascendant. Do I need to say any more about my ex-bestie? I don't even know my ex-bestie know her natal chart, but you know who the fuck she is and what she's capable of, okay? Okay, so anyway, so she knew not to fuck with her laughter or her. So she's still focused on me. I think Nichelle is still on hold. Because if I can remember, Nichelle in the background through the phone going, Baldy, she called her Baldy, like a nickname. Shut the fuck up. Because it was like, meh, 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 meh. So she was like, here's the, I guess this, she's still trying to find something to justify her assholism. So she goes, and you could come get your chicken wings, because my mother ain't frying you shit, because her mother could fry some chicken. Oh, and most elder ladies in the hood could fry chicken. But here's the magic. You know, my mom included. When you back then, she fried chicken and seasoned. You garlic powder, onion powder. It's well seasoned. Lorries, you know, it's seasoned. Mommy used to mix up her own little blend and put it together in another jar. And just well seasoned fried chicken in the hood. Here's the magic with her mother. Ask me the seasonings her mother used. Ask me the seasonings. Salt and pepper. That's it. I had a friend, Capricorn. Her name is Lizette in the book. She would fry chicken or make certain things. I go, oh my God, this is so good. What is it? How you season it? With salt and pepper. Get the fuck out of here. No, just salt and pepper. You bullshitting. How could this be this good and you don't put that? With anybody, when the shit is that good, it's nothing but salt and pepper. I'm in awe. I don't know if they do the oil the right temperature. I think one of them used to add butter to the oil for flavor. Or was it butter shortening? Maybe it's the type of oil. The perfect way to know the perfect timing to get perfectly crispy, delicious chicken. Nothing but salt and pepper seasoning. Her mother had that skill set. Oh, her fried chicken was so good. Oh my God. So I bought her a pack of chicken, raw chicken meat. And I said, you know, can you fry me some chicken? She was like, sure, baby, put it in the freezer. So I put it in the freezer, you know, and she was usually got to, you know, she told me what day to come back and get it, you know, fried. My own batch of fried chicken. I would be happy, motherfucker. So here go the dumb shit in the fucking, in my mother's room. Okay, in the 80s. And come get your chicken because my mother ain't frying you shit. I was like, that's fine. You can throw it out. I think back then the pack of chicken was what, $4? You can throw the chicken out. Girl, ain't nobody sweating no pack of chicken. This before saying petty was popular. I'm like, this is some petty peskies. But you girl, you get the fuck on with this bullshit. And I kept repeating, I didn't even call her. What's wrong with you? Because she just, I'm telling you, we were fine in the room till Nichelle called. And I guess I was friendly on the phone too much for her liking. I don't know. But we were all three fine, sitting there chilling with the baby, looking at TV, talking. Like we do every night mommy go to work. We were fucking fine. That phone call sent her into a tailspin like nobody's business, okay? And the spin going in reverse. Dented and demented. Crazy as hell. Insecurity is a bitch. And we all have that. But to wear your insecurities on your sleeve like that, where it's just nonsensical and nasty, let my insecurity make sense. Like you're trying to take my man. Something that's going to disrupt my whole life. Girl, this homegirl bullshit. What's wrong with you? And Nichelle was on the phone saying, I'm still her friend. What's wrong with her? Girl, put your phone back on. I could call you too. Is that it? You're jealous of the phone call? Nichelle was going off. But still, her focus was on me. Shimon laughing. She's not focused on me because the whole embarrassment of it all with her laughing. Nichelle dissing. But she's not focusing on that. Just focusing on me. The receiver of the phone call. So I'm singing my excuse me dirty neck in the same cadence that Slick Rick did, not Slick Rick, whatever, Dougie Fresh, okay. So that must have really hurt her, you know, water, cancer, okay. Then after I told her she could throw the chicken wings in the garbage, I don't get, girl, I work. I don't care about no daggone pack of chicken, girl. Where you get on with this dumb shit? If I didn't work, who cares? My house was known as the well-stocked pantry house, okay? The hood done told me. And that hurt me because I thought they came over to see me. I thought I was a social hub. I thought my house was a social hub for me. They was like, no, y'all never ran out of food. Y'all deep freezer stayed on swole. That's why y'all came over, y'all greedy sons of bitches. And my mother was never the food police. Maybe that's why she always had food. But I digress. My point is, ain't sweating no pack of chicken. There's a whole sack of the shit mommy's deep freeze. Girl, and I didn't even use mommy's groceries. I went and got my own pack of chicken coming home from work. I'm going to take this to Kia's house. That fried chicken, salt and pepper. Maybe put a little hot sauce on the side when it's done. But have you ever had good fried chicken with no garlic powder and none other shit? Anyway, so listen to me. So after she says, get your pack of chicken, I said you can throw the shit out, wait, you can shove it up your ass. I mean, she's high yellow. You can take the pale chicken and shove it up your pale ass. So it was getting really intense because she was violating the fucking house and my mother's room and the baby. We didn't have no kids then, but you still can relate that there's a baby here, you dumb bitch, you. So my sister, what the fuck wrong with you, bitch? So in any event, This is the clincher for her. She said, and I'm going to tell my family about you. They think you nice. I'm going to tell them the truth about you. So I said to that, I don't care, which I don't. What people think, they had this saying back then. Do they say the saying? What people think about you is none of your business. I don't live in a marbles. I live in my own mind. I don't live in a dome. I live in mine. Girl, I don't care. And this is how dumb. I'm not saying cancers are dumb, but when you get emotional and you just your sense of reasoning debilitates and your mind get narrow. So from me saying I don't care about her telling them I'm not nice, she goes and this is what she takes from that. Oh, you don't care about my family? To justify her next dumbass move. I'm like, I looked at Shimon. I said, this is why, because we all knew about her academic standings, okay? We in high school by now. But she never went to high school. Never mind, you read the memoir. But this is what people are saying. Not to dislike, did she go to school? And not that we went to school and we were scholars. I told you I cut out every fucking chance I got. But my mom spoke well. She's a degreed woman. People around me, the aunt I used to look up to, her birthday was yesterday. She spoke well. Just people I looked up to spoke well. They were academics. So it would rub off on me eventually is what I'm trying to say to you. DNA and all that shit. But no diss to anyone else's DNA. I'm just saying, I don't want you to think that we were scholars. But we had the basics in academia that we don't think that she ever attained or whatever the fuck. But so I looked at Shimon and I said, this is why reading is fundamental. Do you see what she said? You saw my response to it, and then you see a response to that response. And I was like, you should stay in school. You should return to school rather. And this is not smart. And she just kept repeating it like she was possessed by the spirits of asshole zombies. You don't care about my family. You don't care about my family. Trying to rile herself up. And then she swung while I'm still holding the baby. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to nudge out the way to put the baby in the crib. She swung, and to her credit, you can give her some, because she ain't had no school credits. But to her credit, no, truth is truth. She swung, mistakenly hit the baby. But why are you swinging when someone's holding an infant? Why are you swinging at all when no one did nothing to you? You dumb, insecure bitch. Greasy marshmallow bitch. Why swing with a baby? Someone's holding a baby. Your life wasn't threatened. Your ego was fractured. I don't know. Because friends are being, I don't know. Maybe it's my sign. I don't know. But I saw friends as all being one whole crew, one whole friend. Unity. Sisters unifying and being friends. I never thought to be the whole inner envy or jealousy for friends that may be friends in the same clique. Oh God, the Scorpio fought me behind that. She fought me ironically behind the closest of us three, Kia and Shimon. I think that's in the volume, one of the previous friendship volumes. You can check that out if you want to later on. But I thought she was fighting over the sneakers. But then I said, no, this is disappointment. I just thought if she had a disappointing life, and she didn't get the sneakers, and that was the straw that broke the disappointing camel's back. I don't know. But in our 40s, she told me over the phone, no, I thought that if Shimon or Kia would have asked you to get the sneakers, you would have done it. But she wasn't even in the same rank. And she, by her own admission, she said, I know those were your homegirls. But she wasn't even in the same rank with Shimon and Kia, the friendship status. But she compared it. You see how the mind is sick and it inserts itself like that. Now, she was close with a girl named Gita. That's like me having the expectation of her, like what she would do for Geetha, the same she would do for me. And I know I'm not even in that rank of friendship status with her. My brain just doesn't do that. I don't assume a rank that's not mine. I was so shocked she admitted that. She said, I thought that, you know, if Shimon or Kia would have asked you, you would have done it. So she was preying on our friendship, and just as a Scorpio, Virgo moon person, and studying it from afar. But it's a neighborhood, so we all one clique crew. You come out and hang out on the block or in the park and smoke. So we won, but when you break off into your core circles, it was us three, Shimon and Kia. But I didn't realize somebody was studying that shit, not closeness. And people could envy closeness. Y'all be careful. But she had her own closeness with Geetha. A Sag, pretty Sag. Pretty smile, Geetha. Weird shit. And if you don't live in the, and I don't live in the annals of somebody's mind, I have no business being in that bitch. Oh my goodness. I have enough going on to my own marbles. You know, just, I emotionally mind my own business. Because it's enough to mind. I tend into my own emotions. But if you don't check who's checking you, you fuck around and get snuffed. Out of jealousy and envy and this crazy shit. But in any event, so, hold on. You know, I was so oblivious and carefree and bubbly. I didn't even know someone was Chow cheese. Ease. Okay, Chow ease. I want to bite FD's whole shit. He bit CK shit. They had beef. Digress. But anywho, so, she hit my sister. Yeah, yes, the bitch did. She just newly born. And I'm not violent, but something came over me. I must have had a Mars transit. Something the fuck else came over me. I guess you defend the defenseless, and an infant baby is defenseless, and it's my sister. Bitch, are you crazy? And here I go. Okay, I know you're like, you didn't. Yeah, I did. Reflex. I threw my infant baby to Shimon. I surely did. But she caught her. Shout out to Shimon. She surely did. She stood up. Shimon was always protective over me. She really was. So silly me being compassionate. Before I'm ready to beat her little yellow ass, I'm thinking Shimon going to jump in. But we Charlie's Angels, we three Musketeers. So I would hope not. Because, you know, when you have two friends who are at odds and you love them both, you're supposed to be neutral. But Shimon, I told you, is a Leo with a Sag moon. And she loved my sister too. And it's the point, it's a baby. How are you punching the baby in the head? I'm wondering if my sister's going to survive. Will she live? Do we have to go to the ER? She fine. My sister alive and beautiful and fine. But she's emotional. Someone did. Your first blow in life was served by someone who ain't even your family. Ain't that a bitch? And she's still cool with Kia and her daughter. But your first physical blow in life was served, one, as an infant, and two, by someone who's not even in your family. Because usually your mom giving you your first spanking when you're big and don't listen, you're in trouble with some shit. As far as I can recollect, my first spanking came from my mother. And surely did, 8 years old. I totally deserved it. I surely did. I stole some Fiat. Yeah, I did. And went out to in Harlem, the drug dealers used to buy out the ice cream truck. And all the kids get a free ice cream till the motherfucker sell out. I always want to know what that felt. I guess it's a Harlem thing. I want to know what that felt like. So I found big wads of money. I thought it was the Avon money. Because my mother sold Avon. My mother's so pretty and fly. Just beautiful Avon lady. She sold it well. She did well. I thought it was Avon money. Look, she could sell some more with my 8-year-old psychology. Child, that was the rent money. She whooped my ass out. I was like, I can't believe it. She never hit me. I'm like, I can't believe she's hitting me. Oh my God. And like this barbarically, it was terrible. But you know, she had to find it, and that rent was due. She had to find a way to pay the rent. I totally deserved that ass whooping at 8 years old. It was 8 years old. It was a rough year, y'all. That's the first year my big brother hit me that I can recall. Yeah. But for the same reason. He Harlem. So they was like, your little sister buying out the truck. She's spending money on 3rd Avenue. He was like, my sister? So he hit me first. No, he hit me first. Not a beating, but it's like a slap. I've never been hit before. And then that's the first year I had a fight in 3rd grade. I had a fight with a tourist. I surely did. 8 years old was rough. I was violated by her then husband. He's dead now. Rest in peace. Reincarnate. Let me calm down. But in the event, yeah, 8 years old was rough, y'all. My first physical, Saturn rules 8. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Okay. I wasn't even sticky fingers prior to being violated by her husband. Never mind. Not my biological father, but never mind. Y'all read the memoir. But in the event, but 8 years old was pretty rough. There was a cute little skirmish in 2nd grade. That would be 7. But nothing I remember then. And she was mad because I got the right answer. Okay. I called out in class and got the right answer before she raised her hand to give the same right answer. And she's 7 years old, bitch. You don't. Are you the teacher now? You don't tell me to raise my hand. Fuck you. At 7 years old in Harlem, yes, you can talk like that. Okay, it's all around you. So it was a little skirmish. I was like, get off me, bitch. You get the fuck off me, you old bitch. You. She was high yellow too with a big forehead. I don't know the bitch. I forgot her name. But in the event, no, nothing against high yellow. My sister high yellow. I'm just knowing what melanin is. I'm pro melanin. Why the fuck now? You got everyone else celebrating your lack of melanin. You don't need me to celebrate the shit too. No, y'all can look up Dr. Jewel Pookrum, 7 Circuits of the Brain, all her shit, and see what melanin is and see why I celebrate. Scientific celebration. Not just because, I think it's cute. I'm at hour 30 minutes in. But anyway, so she swung, missed, being emotional. You can't no precision. You can't have precision when you're emotional. Especially emotional over empty, dumb shit. Not serious shit. You know what I mean? It hit my sister. My sister started crying. I threw my sister to Shimon. Shimon caught her like a football. Mom used to carry my sister as a football too. And my younger brother, like, Mommy, you carry us at football as footballs. Mommy straight trooper. But anywho. And the fight was on. We was fighting. And after Shimon, I don't know, we was been fighting in the bedroom for a while. Because we started over by the bedroom with the chairs and ended up by the window. I know you're like, girl, we can't see what the bedroom look like. But you know how do fights travel like that? Do you recall moving when you're fighting? I know they be like, well, before you have a fight, the elders explain to you, it feels like you're in a dryer, the tumble cycle. Like, that's what a fight feels like? Oh my, oh jeez. But in the event, but it travels. So we was by the window by the time it ended. And I said, get the fuck. And Shimon didn't break it up really until then. I'm going to tell you when she broke it up. And she knew not to fuck with Shimon. Y'all gonna hear this shit. So, Shimon had to settle the baby down, and comfort her. This is taking a while for her to deal with the baby in the crib and settle her and kiss her and love her. Much love to you, Shimon, for loving my sister like that. And what was the baby? I guess any sane person gonna love the baby and settle them in. Finally, she get the baby together, and then she went to change her pad. She was coming back and forth from the bathroom like a parent would, like an auntie. Like, if y'all don't stop this shit, you saw Dead Presidents, the movie, when Kirby told them that if y'all don't cut this bullshit out, I'm going to shoot me a motherfucker. We're going to be breaking up this money 3 ways or 4 ways. So Shimon was in Kirby mode. Like, if y'all don't cut this shit out, I'm going to fuck both of y'all up. Y'all violating mommy's room, and your dumb ass done hit a baby. What the fuck? So she's back and forth changing her period pad talk. It was a kiki. Just imagine 2 non-combatants fighting. Do you see how much of a kiki that is? Even though Kia's outraged and hurt. What the fuck for, bitch? Nobody did shit to you. Nichelle calling me is not a violation to you. You sick, insecure bitch. You hitting a baby, that's a violation. It's even against the law, ain't it? Assault and battery on a minor? Very much a minor infant. You don't even call 911 on your fool, dumbass. But in any event, I'm like, get out, bitch. Get out. So instead of her getting the fuck out, she's looking in the mirror. And she sees the scratches. Because, in fighting, all's fair in love and war. But I know all happens in the fuck war. Because we fighting, bitch. Oh, you scratched my face. You scratched my face. No, you didn't scratch my face. You jealous because I'm like, in the 80s, light skin was extolled and touted and lauded, okay? You jealous because I'm light skin. I'm like, no, not when I know what melanin. My aunt told me what melanin is. Not when I know what melanin is. What the fuck? Girl, anybody jealous of you? Are you crazy? Because I was brown skin. I'm still brown skin, but I had blemishes as a teenage chick. You mad because you dark skin with blemishes. I said, I'm brown skin with blemishes, and I'm not mad at you. You're mad at me, bitch. You initiated the physicality, and you got what the fuck your hand called for, and your face had to be a fucking casualty of war. Now get out, bitch. Oh, you think it's going to go, you think it's going to go down like, you think it's going to end like that, and you scratch my face? No, an eye for an eye, a scratch for a scratch. So she had nameplate earrings. I don't know if you're from New York, but that was big in the 80s. She had really nice ones that she kept stored that her father bought her. Blessings be upon him. So beautiful. I think her cousin stole them or something. Virgo stole them from him. But pretty Virgo from Brooklyn. I think it was, it's Brooklyn, but I think it was, oh, well, y'all read the memoir. But anyway, I'm glad I was nowhere. We were excommunicated when them earrings got stolen, too. I was like, I'm glad we wasn't, I don't be blamed for shit. Because once you're a booster, you know, people be looking at you. But I never took from personal people. Like, personal, if I care about you. No, I don't know. Stores with insurance. I told you I have a conscience. You got insurance. I don't have a conscience. Fuck you insured, shit. And it's commerce. It's a fucking store. But that was back then, teenage shit. But in any event, I was still glad we was excommunicated. We was always excommunicated in and out of communicate, you know, bitch. Because her emotions. You're like, bitch. But anywho, so she takes off the nameplate earring. And I think Jamaica Avenue was rumored to be selling 10 carat as 14 carat. I'm like, that 10 carat ain't gonna do shit, bitch. You better get the fuck on. So when Tawana came, oh shit. Oh, damn, I done said the government. Oh, Papa, I can't upload this. I done said the government. I done said Shimon's government. I don't know, can I still upload this? Well, the strangers don't know who the fuck is who, do they? I went to hour and 35 minutes and can't upload it because I done spilled out the government. Ain't this a bitch? Well, Given. The government is a surname, right? Slave name. The Given. Oh, ain't this a bitch? All this hard work. Oh. I don't think strangers. Oh, I don't got much traffic on my channel, no how. But the day come I get traffic and they recognize my voice. Oh, damn. I done said that on Given name. Fuck. Let me finish on with the story for the ancestors in the spirit realm. Hell, they listen. The Akashic records, they all listening. So you Galactic Council. Y'all all listening. All right, so Shimon comes back in the room, and I wish there's a way I could edit it. You know what? There's people who know how to edit shit. I'll edit it at $1.35. And Shimon's weight stayed at 135. That was calm. That's some kind of spiritual stuff. Her weight as a teen, when we were young, and stayed at 135 for years. And her appetite was on 10. She could eat. But next year, well, how much you weigh? We're going to scale in the bathroom. You still 135? She stayed. And that's when the shit's the Given name sprung out at 135, which was probably her weight at this time. Okay. Oh, God, this all adds up. Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, she comes back in the room. She see her about the lunge with her name earring in her hand. And she said, oh, no. Oh, hell no. You fucking bugging. You wilding. And, you know, she's a Leo. And her skin is the coloring of lions. That sandy, like butterscotch hue, if you will. And I don't know if I have flashbacks from watching the Nature Channel. But the way Shimon was holding and pinning, she didn't, clock her, which she could have. Because I think if Kia would have resisted and tried to fight back, she would have just mollywopped her in mommy's room. But she was, you know how your man restrain you when you're trying to fight him and you're doing that windmill shit and he's strong? Oh, remember those days, girls? I'm pushing 50, Papa pushing 70. We too old for them shenanigans now. But remember when you young, your dude got muscles and he's strong, and you like, my mother's like, you cheated at, and you doing the windmill shit, and he's restraining you because he don't want to hit you. And he holds your wrist real strong, and he holds you up against the wall. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. And he did that massive strength. Remember how your coochie used to get wet when he did that, y'all? Never mind, I digress. So anyway, but Shimon is holding Kia like that with the wrist up against the window. Calm the fuck down. You crazy? You about to cut your friend? You ain't cutting nothing here. You ain't cutting nothing nowhere. You in the fucking room. You in mommy house. You violating, bitch. You stupid. So. And then she did like, like that sheepish, like, stop, Shimon. She was not trying to fight Shimon back or resist or nothing. I said, look at this shit here. Somebody who gives you excessive force, you're not trying to fucking fight back. Just cowardly bully shit. You're fighting someone who ain't fighting you, but someone who's fucking fighting you. Well, not closed fists or slaps, but throwing your ass up against it, like like the police would throw your ass up and shit. And there's no fight back, bitch. Really? Really? The fuck really, bitch? So then she storms out the house. Once Shimon releases her, she storms out the house. And I was like, don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Some shit I yelled down the steps or some shit. And Shimon thought it was a kiki. She laughed the whole night away about that shit. But I'm like, what is wrong with her? And I think Nichelle stayed on the phone. Because I went back to the phone. I said, Nichelle, you still there? She said, hell yeah, I'm still here. What the fuck is going on? I said, she hit my sister. She said, I heard her crying. Why is she hitting babies? What the fuck is she hitting babies? I said, to her credit, I think it was an accident. She was trying to swing on me. She was like, what's wrong with Baldy? She using the wrong kind of grease. It's going to her brain or something. That flammable fucking cap, as you call hair. Got Michelle going off. She ain't trying to go to Brooklyn. Fulton Avenue to fight Michelle. That's what I'm saying. You're fighting someone who's not fighting you. That bully psychology is the same across the fucking universe. They target those who are not fighting them, and those who are dissing and fighting them. Nothing. No response. Nothing. Avoid the idiocy. Oh, jeez. But in any event, so that was that. Violation 1. There was other little violations in the interim benign. The wool coat letter. My mother's sister bought me a wool coat for Christmas. And y'all read the memoir for that bullshit. As if I can control what she gonna buy me. She probably bought that out of guilt. I took a wool coat. I did ask, but she said no, but I took it anyway, and she came to get it. Just terrible. You read the memoir. And told my brother that, oh, God, you read the memoir. But anyway, no, that wasn't enough to deal with. And my mother's sister's a Virgo. I can't see them having sympathy and empathy. Especially when they're in the right. They don't have no sympathy and empathy when they're in the wrong. Especially the females, in my opinion. My astro opinion, okay? But in the right, you know, in her mind, you took the coat. You got what you deserved, okay? But the Christmas, that was the fall. So that Christmas, she bought me a wool coat. I said, what if this is like an apology for all that she witnessed? Not eyeball witness, but ear witness. E-A-R witness. And no adult came to stop it. Just, is there any sane adults in the house? It just, in any event. Shout out to Dr. Joy DeGrew, formerly Dr. Leary. And we met in person. And what you did for me nearly cured 10 years of pain. Y'all read the memo what Dr. Joy DeGrew did to me at IS-8. Libra nearly cured 10 years of pain when she did that. I felt like I had no kneecaps. I felt like my knees were. I felt like I was gonna faint. Okay, the tenderness and love and that touch. But anywho, like she knew. Dr. Joy DeGrew don't know my life. She didn't read my memoir. It's like she knew. I'm just, well, she's psychic. But in any event, what I'm finna say. This bitch. It'll come to me. Oh, motherfucker. I need ginkgo biloba. Anywho, so. Oh yeah, the other violation with the letter about the wool coat. Psycho, dumb, insecure shit. Like, oh, you heard me say I wanted that color wool coat, and you gonna try to beat me to the punch. No, I got punched, bitch. I got beat and punched over a coat, and my aunt felt bad, and I think maybe it was just a Christmas gift. She's a Virgo, I don't know, but I didn't get no Christmas gift from her. This magnitude, beautiful, expensive wool coat. She got me wool, mustard yellow. I guess they stole it back again when my house got robbed in 1990. Like, oh, I bought it to her for Christmas. I'm going to take it back. I don't know. She claims she wasn't there. Y'all read more about that shit in the memoir. But in the event, somehow I told a neighbor, Gemini neighbor on the block, and younger, she was a little younger than us, and it's nothing. Gemini's the messenger, so yeah. But I think in regular casual conversation, she must have mentioned, oh, yo, okay, what's my name what's my pseudonym in the memoir? The Astra. I went with Ava, but I'm gonna go with this though, with Astra because I love astrology. Oh, Astra got a beautiful, a brand new wool coat. Is beautiful. Oh, what color? Mustard yellow. Really? That bitch gonna get a mustard yellow coat, and she know and gonna write, because her phone was off this time. Gonna write a letter and send it by the Gemini neighbor to give to me. And yeah, I read the shit in the memoir. But that was another time we wasn't speaking. Just excommunications. They were all punctuated throughout the decades we've known each other. This time is final, bitch. I'm not using the fucking phone number. Hell, fuck no. And I got the cards done on the phone number in the moment you didn't have my older brother. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. This shit gonna be over 2 hours? Jeez. I should have went live. I don't know. Can I go live? Well, who the hell gonna be there, y'all? I got 52 subscribers at this time. And welcome, blessings be to y'all. Y'all person press the yellow button. With the mustard yellow, the bell, some shit, notification bell. So what's the sense of going live? The hell, they wouldn't be notified. Hold on, y'all. Hello, y'all. Body congestion. Give me some tea. Yeah, but when it's live, I figured the 2 hours when it's this long is for live. No, hold on. Oh, this tea is cold. It's all out damn doors. I need to heat it again. But yeah. So this ridiculousness, insecure, crazy. If she gonna write that in letter, I know when they made one in the store, they made more, and more than one person could buy the same coat. And it ain't even the same fucking coat, bitch. My aunt don't shop where you shop. Oh fuck. Anyway, so we had little pesky minor bullshit like that through our years. You know what it is? It's impossible to have any type of mature connection and there still be conflict. Yeah, y'all do know that, right? Yeah, psychology 101. These professors said this here. But it's true. It's impossible to have a mature connection and there's still conflict. In mature unions, dumb shit like this just doesn't happen. I really believe the one true greatest commodity is divine maturation, maturity, just being of sane mental ilk. You know what I mean? Being secure in your stead. But again, to her credit, during this time we're teenagers. By the time the 90s roll around, this is the late 90s, early 2000s. We're in our 20s. No. Early 2000s, we're in our 30s. So the 90s, we're in our 20s. The 90s, we're in our 20s. When I first got the inspiration to write my memoir. In the 90s, she and Shimon was celebrating the shit. Celebrating it. They was telling me the names they want. I had another name other than Kia, but she liked it. She was like, oh yeah, I like it. Sounds Asian. Yeah, let's go with that. Just the love of her life, he has an Asian last name. He a brother though. Never mind, you read the memoir. But well then that was love of her life. I don't know, maybe changed by now, I have no idea. But anywho, her second baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, he's an Aquarius. You know, thank you, Aquarius, for giving her some sound advice about me and my memoir. And she told me what he said. I said, because he's an Aquarius, okay? Logic. He's a sound logic. Aquarians are disliked for that logic, okay? But anywho, so what I'm about to say is the next rift and the bullshit, the glitch in the friendship. Yeah, this is another friendship value on here. She and Shimon, yeah, they were on the phone with me 3 ways celebrating the fucking book. Shimon wanted her name to be Sky. No, name me Sky in the book, you know what I mean? This is the 90s. And just celebrating it, you know what I mean? Oh, do you remember this time? Remember when we did this? Remember that? No, just that type of celebratory feedback. Fast forward to the early 2000s. I made a pastry request. Not even a pastry request. A pastry inquest. I'm on the phone with Shimon. Early 2000s, so we're in our 30s. Yeah, I'm telling you, the timeline gap is weird. They celebrated it in the 90s, and in the early 2000s, that's what they use as a tool or to justify their sudden umbrage with me. Huh? Well, why wasn't you mad about it in the 90s? See how the marbles spin? Do y'all see how these marbles are spinning? You see the ping pong machine with the marbles? I can't. Of the brain, of the psyche. But anywho, so I'm at work. This is nothing. I'm on the phone with Shimon, and she's having the barbecue. You coming after work? You going home first? Regular girlfriend, gal pal talk. And she's telling me how she marinated her shish kebabs in the meat. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Or you add pineapple juice. Regular girlfriend, mundane talk about food. Oh yeah, I marinated overnight. I made Jello shots and da-da-da-da. And I must be, you know, like, oh, that'd be good. What else you got for dessert? What is on the dessert menu? So, you know, you took Psych 101. You had a good professor. You know about when someone feels inadequate. And you inadvertently, unwittingly highlight those inadequacies. This wasn't your intention. You didn't even fucking know. You know, you're not in Psych 101 mode. If you're talking with a friend that you think is a friend, your guard is down. You're being yourself, and they being themselves. So, yeah. Anyway, and Shimon is a bona fide no short taker. So if it was a violation, an apparent violation, on purpose violation, she would have addressed the shit right then and there on the fucking phone. She may have came up to my damn job site. Who the fuck knows? She didn't live that far from it. She would have rode a bike if it was a sincere, direct violation, okay? Again, gal pal talk, inquired about the dessert menu, and she was like, I don't have a dessert menu. I was like, oh, okay. And we moved on with the dialogue. I kid you the fuck not. And on the invite for the barbecue was a flyer that said bring a bottle. I knew that at the top of the flyer. Was at the bottom? Oh no. No. Well, in all bowls, bring a bottle, which, you know, bring a bottle of liquor. Now bring your own brown bag, which is your shit to sip from. Bring a bottle, you know, a bottle to add to the table for the whole barbecue, which is fine. And I told you, I'm always in the habit of bringing something with me when I'm coming to your house. Anyway, it don't even have to be a planned function or event. Girl, come over, let's chill. I'm going to bring something to drink. I'm going to bring something. I may bring something just for your house and a bottle for us to crack open and drink. I just walking through the threshold empty-handed. What did David Arnold say in his July 4th video? Y'all find that shit. I was on YouTube. He said, come into the door with your hands as empty as your dreams. Some shit. He's a Pisces. Well, he said the barbecue man looked like he smelled of, looking like failure and weed. He smelled of failure. It's the funny as hell. But yeah, come into my door with your arms as empty as your dreams. That shit was funny as hell. And I'm not clowning people with empty dreams, but the way David A. Arnold, find that video, y'all. July 4th, that's the title. Find that shit. Funny as hell. He stopped doing them. And you know what? Doing videos is exhausting. It could be very draining. It's an outlet. You feel good to relieve yourself, like peeing and shitting, but it can be exhausting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would rather meet David. Like, why don't you stop your YouTube shit? Oh, funny as hell. The Dave show is the shit. What's it that song? Hi bitches. It's just funny as hell. But in any event, you know, Pisces and water, very creative. But so I digress. DM, disseminating moon. Okay, I'm almost 2 hours in. Will this shit let you go as long as you want? I don't know. I know live they do. I guess I'll find the fuck out. It needs to be edited. But anywho, so it was the pastry request or inquest inquired about it. Went to a whole nother fucking level. Y'all can look at the other friendship volume video to hear more about that shit. And Kia is tethered into that shit and the bullshit that went back and forth with that for so long. So that's the reasoning behind the latest excommunication. Fast forward to 2004. 2004, my rent was too expensive. I had to get out of there. And you know, these management companies are pieces of shit. I did not leave owing them fucking shit. My rent was paid up till I left, okay? But they was like, oh, well, you broke the lease. No, the fuck I didn't. Fuck you. No, I didn't. So their thing is paid up the, you know, I paid the rent for the month I was there, and I got out that same month the rent was paid. I wasn't, then that by the next month, I didn't pay that rent because I wasn't the fuck there. But they're like, oh, you broke the lease. No, the fuck I didn't. I have the shit here. I don't have it in front of me now, but you know what I mean? But you be careful. There's some crooked management companies out there, y'all. Take pictures before and after you move in. Please cover your ass with that. I know a lady hurt me to my soul too. She said she did the same thing. Y'all, everything was paid. And keep your paperwork. Keep it in a fireproof safe or something in storage. Keep all paperwork because let me tell you how it came to haunt her. Yeah, I'm digressing. Kick off shit. She paid up all her rent. And she's an Aquarius too. I'm like, I gotta tell you why. The Aquarians catch hell. Y'all the information behind the sun. That's why you catch hell. Okay. And the Astro Cipher, after we watched the documentary Food Inc., and they didn't want the chickens to have sunlight. And we was like, well, why? This is the information that's in the sun. And it's deep. But trust me, I don't even know if Aquarians realize it. I'm telling you. Stop telling motherfuckers you're aqua. But the sound logic you offer, they may figure out that you're aqua, okay? But she said she paid up her rent. She gave the keys back. She did everything within the guidelines of the contract, which is the lease. And they still had her on her credit report some kind of shit that she owed. She owed, and what else they said? That she didn't give back something. I don't know, but she's like, I did. Honey, take your phone, take pictures of everything. You film everything you do. Because I think it's something with the, no offense to Jane Caucasoid, the Caucasoid, but it's, okay, if you have a vampiric mindset, you're a vampire, even, y'all seen the movie Sparkle? How Styx did everything that Jewish man said do. He paid him back with the interest he specified. Styx followed the man's instructions to the letter, but he still didn't want to let him go. He didn't want to let Sparkle go. I guess he saw where this was going. He wanted in, and then he blamed it on some hidden constituents, and they're gonna think I'm soft if I let you go. He was like, why? I paid you back with interest. I don't understand what's soft about that. Because he's being logical. A vampire's marbles don't spin logical. Okay? So, it's that. If a vampire has you, and I got this from the documentary Capitalism too, a love story, Michael Moore's documentary. Of course, in the credits, he tried to fix it, but Michael Moore, people ain't buying that shit with the credits, okay? When he did the thing about that massive store that gets peasants insurance. Y'all Google peasants insurance. A lot of blue chip companies secretly do that, and the staff don't even know. They want, in case you die. I'm like, well, is it, do you die, period, or you die while you're employed by them? It's so warped and corrupt and crooked. Your boss will get something if you die, and don't have to give the family shit. Family struggling to find GoFundMe's or whatever to pay for funerals, and meanwhile, a boss who's already a multi-billionaire millionaire gets a check off the death, and I don't even know if they send a card with $20 to the family. It just vampire. Lauryn Hill got that song. She said she a fearless vampire killer, but I think that's what it is. And the fact that you're moving out, you know what I mean? And then they want your address to where you're moving. I'm like, but what if you don't know where you're moving? People have income issues. What if you're moving in from pillar to post with different family friends, and you know, till you get back on your feet, and they don't want their motherfucking address tied up to your fucking business affairs. You know what I mean? They feel like you're lucky. I'm letting you stay here. I'm like, it's a vampiric mindset. They feel like you're getting away. That's how the vampire feels. No matter that you paid your rent up, you paid all your shit up. That's how they feel, like you're getting away out of their grasp. So that tells me something about energy. Your energy just being at their complex. And your presence and your energy is connected to higher realms and things. So where you are, that energy is there too. So when you leave, you take your energy with you, which to me is a good fucking thing. You know what I mean? But to a vampire, no. Y'all, is deep. I ain't gonna get too into it. Just when you get into an apartment, cover your ass, film every fucking thing, before and after. Film every fucking thing. Take pictures, film everything. Take pictures of your money orders or checks, whatever you do. Proof that you paid. Take pictures of the fucking lease, the contract. Document everything. But yeah, messed up her credit. Talking about she owed. So she was like, that's not true. I paid them. And so many years later, she has no proof. Went and messed up her credit like that. Pieces of shit. Yes, I believe she's telling the truth. Yes. But that's what they're going to do. Mess it up so you don't get to another apartment. It's like a game. It's that mindset of the guy from Sparkle, the movie. Like Stick said, I did business with you. Who you do business with ain't none of my business. What the fuck? It'll never make sense. What they're trying to articulate to you just don't even make fucking sense. That's, you know, it's not in balance with nature. Anyway, I digress. So, how the fuck did I get to that from this? Oh my God, Ginkgo. Ginkgo, be my friend. How Stephanie Mills sung in Home Time, be my friend, and let me start again. Yeah. I'm singing Ginkgo. Be my friend. Well, it's still time to remember, you know, what the hell. But anyway, so 2004, that's how I got to 2004. I moved out. I had to move back in with mommy, get on my feet. The rent was so expensive. And not even in a posh neighborhood. That's when rents was really getting to thousands and thousands, no matter where the fuck you live. That kind of rent I paid. People are like, why don't you just go to Forest Hills? I'm like, I don't know, shit. But anyway. So, I went back to mommy's house to get back on my fiscal feet, and I was pretty much at mommy's. I paid mommy rent. I surely did. But of course, it's your mom. She loves you. She ain't gonna charge you nothing astronomical. So to get back on my fiscal feet, so I was at mommy's house from 2004 to 2008. I resigned from my job of 7 years in 2005, and then I got a new job in 2006. What was that? Who's that? Telemarketers and sons of sick bitches, like parasites, vampires. Remember when they used to just call your landline, y'all? Yeah, people's like, no, they got cell phone numbers now too. I'm like, oh God, oh jeez. Anyway, I hope y'all don't pick up. This is why people don't pick up foreign numbers. You don't recognize the number, don't pick that shit up. I don't pick up block or unrecognizable numbers. Fuck no. Let the shit ring. Back in the days, mommy said professional people will leave a professional message. I'm like, that still stands true today. That's how you know it's a telemarketer. Because they ain't leave no damn going message. Professional people leave professional messages. They sure enough too. But anywho, so thanks, Mom. 2004. Resigned in 2005. 2006, I got the job at where I met my beloved. But when did I move around the corner with mommy? I was with mommy, then she moved around the corner. I don't know. Did I move around the corner? I moved around the corner because I met Casper, that asshole. I met him in 2006. It feels like I moved around the corner in 2006. Yeah. So 2004 to 2006, I was with mommy around that corner. Then we moved around the corner. I think we moved around the corner in 2006 because my ex-husband wanted to come rent the room I was in, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, why I gotta go? She said, because he's going to pay me $700 a month and you're paying $300. So you can come around the corner with me and you take a smaller room. I'm your daughter. Yeah. But when I have to pay mortgage and things of that nature, they don't want to hear about, you know, my children. They just want the mortgage paid, okay? So it was a business thing. Yeah, my ex-husband around one corner in the new bow around. But that's what I'm saying to her. I don't want to come around the corner because I don't want Casper to think that I'm coming around the corner to be near him. She was like, who cares what he thinks? You're my daughter. Your ex-husband's going to give me $700 for your room. So you got to go. I'm like, because he had to get out of his apartment. Y'all read all this in the memoir. I'm trying to figure out how I found out that Kia was across the street. Yeah, because I must have found out early on. Because I was telling her, listen, me and Kia excommunicated and I heard she lives across the street from you. I'm not coming around that corner. That, and I don't want Casper thinking I'm following him. She was like, you'll be in a different room than Casper. What do you care what Casper think? What do you care about what Kia think? You ain't got to come around the corner with me, fine. You can go somewhere else, but he needs the room. He's going to pay $700. He needs that space. How soon can you be cleared out? I'm like, ain't this nothing? So, of course, I can't pay $300 a month anywhere in New York. Back then or the fuck now. Not even for a room. Y'all go ahead and get on Zillow and Google and see. What is wrong with them telemarketers? They like goddamn parasites. What the fuck is wrong with them? I would turn the ringer down, Papa. This is psychotic. Is that a parasite? Let me see. I hope it's not somebody we know. Well, you're not answering. That tells me it's a telemarketer. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Papa, you have the phone near you? Is it a parasite? You know what's stinking? This is what's stinking. Yeah, the collard greens. I want to give it to nature. In a minute, I'm going to give it to this garbage can. You know what I'm saying? You give that stuff back to nature. But it's and I was doing to the house. I can throw that shit out. I don't know. Will nature get offended if you give them the... I don't know. I got to look it up. But it's not good to throw out flowers and stuff when they dry. You give it back to nature. Seeds and all that stuff, you give it back to nature. With Marriott, with love. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the dried flowers you give me. I sand them down and roll them and smoke the roses. And you know, when people love you and they give you flowers, don't throw them out, y'all. Dry them. Well, do what you want. You grown, but yeah, this is my spiritual teachings, okay? Per my tutelage. Yeah, you let the flowers dry and get a coffee grinder, seed grinder, and grind them and roll them and smoke those roses in there. Never mind. I should be giving all my secrets. But anywho, so and to me, it's a nice homage to someone who loves you, give you flowers. You know, Papa give me flowers. You know, just because it's Wednesday, I don't know. I'm not bragging. It is what it is. But I used to just throw them out when they get dry. And the teacher said, no, don't throw out your flowers. He gave them to you in love. And no. I was like, oh, okay. And you don't like new information. Especially sage divine information. But anywho, y'all. So, where was I? Yes, I'm telling my mother I don't want them thinking... Because I don't think like that. Logical me, like, you know, it's a free country. You live where you can afford to live. What the fuck? But to a slanted, demented, narrow mind, while she moved around here across the street, we was on the block first. That's how the debilitated mind thinks. Even my ex, Casper. I thought you was around the corner. This is what he said. I said, bitch, this is my mother's house, okay? Why you gotta call me out my name? Why you gotta be an asshole? Don't be an asshole. You been called out your name. What the fuck? This is my mother's house. And I didn't even want to come around here because I knew you would say something. She insisted I come around here for business reasons, okay? Well, what business reasons though? None of your motherfucking business is her business. She paid a mortgage on this house and the one around the corner. Fuck you. You don't tell her how to dictate where people stay in her shit, okay? And you asked to come here. I didn't invite you here. You came here. I know. I came here on my own volition. You gonna repeat that? Yes, bitch. Okay, so he rented one room and I rented another room that's next to his room. Ugh. But I think that was 06. Yeah, that was 06. It was. And by that time, me and Kia had been excommunicated for years. Maybe 3 or 4 years. Maybe 5 years. We were excommunicated, but so far so good. She was right, I'm telling you, right across the street, 180 degrees across the street, right across the street. And I'm like, so far so good, I wasn't bumping into her. And I had to go to work. I got that job in August of 06. Yeah, I had to go to work. And I'm going to go to work. Shit, but I wasn't bumping into her for a while. For a long while, just no bump into. I'm like, wow, okay, this is cool. Maybe I could live here and don't see her. Fine. Not out of fear, but just awkward. We've been excommunicated so long. So, her grandmother made the transition. Blessed be upon her spirit. Blessed, just love her grandmother. Her grandmother babysat my son and babysat my sister, the one she punched. So she, and she's always bragged, your mom pay on time. I have no problems with your mother and money. And I was like, well, tell her. And she was like, you know what? I said, you should. We live in a world where people tell you about your flaws and where you drop the ball. Everybody's so quick to highlight your bad parts, or if they can't find them, they'll make some up and highlight the fallacies anyway. But yeah, that's the world we live in, unfortunately. So if there's something positive that you've noticed about anyone, by all means, tell them. I can tell her, but it's more powerful coming from you. I read about that in a memoir. The point is, she was an intricate part of our life, her grandma. So for her to pass away, we not pay our respects, we just would feel off. It just would feel off. And my mother would anyway, regardless of me, Kia being excommunicated. And she used to come see my mom before I moved around the corner. Mom told me she would stop by and see her and things of that nature. That's how we ended up speaking again. I went over there. I was going to just sign my name to my mom. My mom wrote a check. It was a decent check too. I'm not going to say the amount, that's tacky, but it was decent. And she put a check in a card, and I took it over there. I was going to sign my name to that. Mom said, you can, because she wrote her name and family. That's how mom tend to sign cards anyway. Her name and the aunt signed ampersand and family. And that would have been sufficient, especially with that amount of the check, okay? You could pay a bill, in my opinion. It was a nice, cute little amount. And a sympathy card. And I was going to take it across, take it across the street. I'm like, well, Mom, we're not speaking. She said, at a time like this, I don't think she's going to be petty. It's a time like this. Her grandma, I think she was in her 80s. Beautiful woman, long hair. You read about her in my memoir. Yeah, so my mom was like, no, y'all in your 30s now. I'm sure she's mature now. I don't think she'd be petty. At that time, you have to ask, well, I'll just put the card through the mail chute. And she was like, with my check in it, you're going to just throw it through the mail chute? I'm like, well, I'm sure somebody in the house will give it to the mother. She was like, I guess, but it just seems so cold to just throw it through the mail chute. That's what the mailman do. It's impersonal. I'm like, Mom, I just don't know about knocking on the doorbell, ring the door. I don't know. We ain't spoken years. She said, trust me, I'm sure she'll be mature. You're coming and with good intentions, love, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay. And whatnot. But I still wanted to give my own separate card because we had our own separate friendship. And not only that, your grandma babysat my son. She babysat my sister, and my son too. So, I had a rapport with her. I gleaned a lot of wisdom from her grandmother, as a teenager and, even older. She had a lot of wisdom. But, as you're supposed to have when you reach a certain age and whatnot. So I got my own card, and I had a $75 money order. I know it was blank. I don't know why I had it. I probably to pay some bill, or sometimes just to save, to prevent me from spending. Especially back then, I would put, you know, fiat into a money order and just have it around, just to have it around an emergency pop up or something like that. It's there, you know what I mean? Just loose cash around, you're going to spend it. Yeah, I know I was, you know, especially on food, you know, Chinese food, you know, just foolish, ordering foolishness. So I said, let me put some of this in the money order. Even if it's in the bank, you know, you take your card and swipe it and do things, especially the kids know how to work the internet back then. I wasn't on the internet too much back then, but, you know, the young people, yeah, they do. I mean, you know, take my card and order me this. So even with the card, on the card wasn't safe with me spending. A money order, ain't shit you can do with the money order inside of a house. It's just in your top drawer, and that's the fuck it. You know what I mean? So I used to do that a lot. I get money orders and just keep them around just in case, you know. And sure enough, I had a $75 blank money order. I filled it out and put it in the card because, you know, as a grown woman in your 30s, it should be a card from me individually. I shouldn't ride on my mother's card coattails in my 30s. So I didn't. So I gave that directly to Kim. Mommy's card went to the whole family, and my card went directly to Kim. And I went over there, and a little trepidation, I rang the doorbell, and I was so happy. Her mom answered the doorbell. I was so happy. I was like, I hope she don't. You know, you just, you know, you have your guard, because she's so immature and emotional that you don't know. If she were rational and logical back then, maybe she is today. We're pushing 50. I would hope so. Then you would ring the doorbell, you know, with confidence, like everything's gonna be okay. She's a grown woman and act as such, but so emotional and just moody, and well, Cancer's the mood swings. But anywho, so the mom answered the door, and I was like, oh hi, you know, how you doing? My condolences and da da da. I said, well, this is for me and my mom, and I gave it to her. She said, oh, thank you. Then she says, come in. I'm like, come in? I was fine with just the stoop. And I'm thinking, come in. Well, why is she inviting me in? And I'm thinking, maybe Kia's not home. I'm like, come in? She said, yeah, come on in, come in. I cooked, come on in. You know, me and food. And when she made that fried chicken I done told y'all about, oh my. But anyway, so I come in, and I'm thinking she's inviting me in because Kia's not home. I'm sure she's aware we're excommunicated. Like, the women in your family are aware. My mom, my sister, they're aware we're excommunicated. My brothers, men don't, they ain't into that stuff. Kia used to run into my ex-husband and repeatedly tell her about Shimon's wedding. And Mickey, I call her Mickey. Mickey told me, why she keep telling me the same thing every time I see her? No disrespect to weddings, but does she think I really care about weddings? I'm like, no, she's telling you to do exactly, she's telling you for you to do exactly what you're doing right now. Telling me. He was like, huh? Don't you just love men who can't compute and connect with the caddy code? Just a man's man, that alkaline, it's just sexy. Like, they can't fathom, like, huh? Just, he's such a guy. I think I said that to him. He's such a guy. He's so dope. But anywho, but he was tired of her every time he see her. You know, oh, hi, Mickey. You know, the wedding with her. And he was like, she told me this already. She don't remember she told me. And anywho, but he's still, you know, pleasant and diplomatic. Anywho, so I come in, I round around to the living room, and she was standing right there. And it's surreal because we hadn't seen each other or spoken years, like half a decade by then. So I'm like, hi, you know, you have my condolences and da-da-da-da. I said, you know, in all honesty, I had some, you know, trepidation about coming across the street. I was going to either mail it or put it through the mail chute. She was like, mail it? Through the mail chute? She said, no, I would have been offended if you didn't ring the doorbell. I would have been very offended if it came through the mail. I'm like, really? She was like, yes, you would have mailed it. You live across the street. I know you live over there. You know, because we would probably got word that we live across the street from, but we just didn't bump into each other. It was the strangest thing. You know what else used to happen? And it was bugging her out too, because we, you know, of course, right then there, the friendship was resumed. It's like we picked up in, like there was no space and time lost. I'm telling you, went right back into girlfriend mode until she violated again. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm over 2 hours. Fucking, I'm not finished shit. Shimon would visit her. When the grandmother made the transition, Shimon came over. Of course, you know, you come over. That's nothing. She called Shimon to tell her about her grandmother making the transition. That'd be in the memoir. But Shimon, like, well, fuck it. Shimon chided her and, like, chastised her for calling her late. I think she called a little after 11 p.m. And she did not spaz back at Shimon, okay? And that was a moment to spaz back. Like, I'm telling you about a death in the family, and you're going to chastise me for calling late? And it's not even that late. We're grown. It's only after 11 p.m. That was weird. And I heard that because I was sitting right there, so I could hear Shimon through the phone, like, chastising, you know what time it is? I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. And not only that, humans are creatures of habit. If no one has created a pattern of calling you late at night, that should instinctually tell you that it must be a severe reason why they're calling out the blue this time of night. I know late at night is relative. To me, I'm a night owl. I'm nocturnal. So 11 o'clock is not late at night. To me, it was late for business. If you want some telemarketer business bullshit on the phone, like, I don't think they ain't supposed to call after 9 or 7. I digress. But anywho, yeah, she chided her for calling that hour. I was like, oh, maybe she had work the next day. I don't know. But I don't know. It's compassion and empathy. And you got to know something has happened if they hadn't called you before at that hour. That's just a per the psychology classes I took. Again, humans are creatures of habit. Habit is patterns. Patterns is geometry. Geometry is math. Math is life. How do you know? Everything can be weighed and measured. Even you, your height, your weight, everything can be weighed and measured, except air. Unless you contain air. Even then it explodes or farts. Or air doesn't like to be contained. Gas explodes. It has to get out. Okay? That's that air, communication, thoughts, logic. You know, if you're astrocentric, you know what it is. But anywho, so that warmed my heart when she said, I would have been mad if you didn't come over here. I'm like, really? I was, that's the water sign warmth I felt. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Because I'm thinking if you're excommunicated from someone, you would either prefer that you keep it excommunicated. But if you need the finances at a time like that, most of us do need finances to get things, affairs in order. You would prefer that they mail it. You still want the distance there. It's nice. You can mail it. Okay. Yeah. Put it through the mail chute. That'd be fine with me. If I ain't fooling with you, put it right through the mail chute. That's fine with me. If you violated me, yeah. I may even want your fiat. It was a serious violation. Oh, no. Just stay away. Donate it to a charity. Shit, get the fuck away from me. Ugh. But in any event, but I didn't violate her. If anything, she violated me. That's what this video is about. And thank you, brother, for telling me you ran into her and that inspired this here video. The reading really inspired it for me when I did the reading to figure out what the fuck it was all about. Okay. I'll get into that in a minute. So, yeah, that's 2008. It feels like 2008. 2007, maybe. Was it 2007? 2007 into 2008. Our friendship is restored. And Shimon used to come to the house, not often, but here and there. And she used to say, you don't never run. Y'all don't never bump into each other over here. And that's when I learned. I said, she comes over here? She was like, yeah. I said, I know when your grandmother passed, she came over. She comes over. She said, not often, but she comes over, yeah. And she said like she was remiss or regretful, like she longed for the day for me and Shimon to interface. Because me and Shimon hadn't seen each other since 2003. Let me think. Was it 2003? It feels like we haven't seen each other since 2003 or 2002. Like physically seen each other. I know she left me a voicemail message at some point. It was still hostile sounding. Shimon. I'm like, I ain't returning this call. She left the phone number twice. Just hostile. I'm like, not argumentative or beefing. She made it sound like it was a regular, mundane, regular phone call, voicemail, if you will. But the inflection, the intone in her voice, hostile. I'm like, let me leave this natural combatant where she be. I said, no need in restoring that, kindling that caustic accord. Oh, no. Love you, but no thank you. But anywho, so I felt like Kia longed for us to bump into each other at her house. Because like, I'm right across the street now. It never happened. And she seemed regretful of that. Like, I don't know why y'all don't bump into each other. I can't believe, it's uncanny. I just don't see each other when... And I'm like, well, maybe she didn't realize. No, she knows. Here she go. She knows you live across the street. She know your mother lived there. She know you back at home with your mom and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, she does know. I wonder how she knows that. She said, yeah. And she doesn't even visit your mom. And I know she still loves your mother. She cool with your mother. I'm like, maybe because unlike you, she would think it's a little awkward to visit the mother of somebody you're excommunicated from. Because I told you, you know, Kia would still visit my mom and chill with her, you know, when I wasn't living there, you know, around the way like that. But so yeah, the friendship is back in full motion. She's updating me about how it was when she lived in Florida, and we're sharing our updates, you know, because there's a huge gap in our communicating. So we're talking and just cooking and talking and girlfriends and gal palling again, and yeah, everything seems, you know, like old times. Yeah, seems like old times. Even the flaws, child. So I'm on the phone. I believe this is 08. I moved out of mommy's house. Finally, 08, 4 years back. Finally in 08, I moved out of mommy's house. And, but I felt like the weather was, I moved out the fall of 08. So when I came up to Westchester County. So, but the weather felt crisp and cool when this call happened between Kia and I. So I would say maybe, I don't know, September-ish 08. Because we moved out Thanksgiving 08. I did. Papa just helped me move out, so that's why I said we. Maybe September. It was cool. The weather was crisp. You know, New York weather. New York City weather. So, I'm on the phone with a then friend, another then friend, right? It happens. Devin, gay guy, cool. We were friends since college. We met in 94. You read more about him in the memoir. So we on the phone talking about spiritual stuff. He's Gemini, so it could be trivial, you know what they say about Geminis. But sometimes, you know, we got into spiritual talk too. So we're on the phone talking about the book, The 4 Agreements. I believe that was the book someone had recommended. I went and got it. And we were talking about it. We was all engrossed. And Kia called waiting. You know, I was like, Devin, hold on. And Kia was like, I need the cab driver's phone number. I'm like, what cab driver? You know that cab driver we met when we was going on our way to Rochdale? We went to some bakery in Rochdale. She went to Popeye's Chicken over there too. Because I think that's where she had him drop us off at. And we walked up to the bakery in Rochdale. It was her birthday, yeah. So that was the summer. That was the summer of 08? Child. Anyway, so she was getting her birthday cake. And we were together just chilling. And something made me ask the cat. Because I liked him. He was talking. I liked his philosophy. His car was cool, and you could have the cab stand number, but it somehow is more powerful to get the driver's direct contact to call them. Somehow, in some cases, the driver prefer that. You know, just call me direct. Don't call the cab stand. It's been like that since the 80s. In New York City, it is anyway. Even down here, I met an Uber driver. He was like, here, take my number. Just call me directly when you need a ride. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. But in any event, so I asked myself, you have a cell phone. I mean, the cab here and there. He was like, all right, cool. So he gave me his cell phone number. And I put it in my phone. And well, I know I usually pen and paper, but that time I had the phone. I put it in. And we went on out the cab and went on about our day. So she peeped that. So why not ask for the number right then and there? You could have asked him directly. He was young. Because she know him by his cab number. Because she said she usually, call the cab stand and ask for him specifically. So she like riding with him too. So you knew him before I knew him. You could have got the number from him. His phone number, then got it. You could have got it in that moment. There's no romantic frequency going on if y'all curious. Nothing. I ain't sense none. Like he's interested in me or some kind of reason. Because y'all know the water sign shit. No, nothing like that. I didn't sense that. But anywho. So that's summer because she's getting her cake. So the fall, because the weather felt crisp. August would still be hot. I had the window open. No, the weather felt very crisp while I was on the room was dark too. I was chilling. The room was dark. I had a candle going and a scented candle. The room was, I just really, one of them rare occasions I had the room clean, just really, really chilling on the bed talking to Devin about the 4 agreements. And I had the book there with there's a cute little light thingy you can clip onto your pages. Yeah, I just like a dark, I'm nocturnal, I like a dark room, moody like that, incense going, candle, very spiritual. I don't even know how I attracted this thing with her in that moment, because the room is spiritual, incense, candle, the little light clip is over the book, at the page I'm reading to Devin on the phone. He's receptive, he's into the book. The windows are cracked, and that's how I remember feeling. It was a crisp, cool breeze. It was nighttime too. I don't know. Not night, maybe 7, 8 p.m. And it starts getting dark in New York in the fall. It had to have been September. Was the kids back in school? I don't know, but it was a crisp, cool breeze. And dark when she was interrupting the call. So she calls and she wants the cabbie's number, which I had no problem with. She started making it weird. And when the car took a left turn. And I was warned about this in a spiritual reading. Oh, goodness. She told me, she said, she's light-skinned and she's a little smaller than you. And it's going to be explosive. But I didn't think it was anyone I knew or knew. I got this reading in 07. I did. I got the reading in 07 because I was in a domestic violence shelter. So I'm thinking it's somebody at the shelter. So I'm steering clear of all light-skinned women that's a little smaller than me. So pudgy light-skinned women, I'm like putting up the garlic necklace and the X and with the fingers, the cross with the finger. Not being extra. Could you imagine the Kiki? But you know, and they could be just as nice and friendly. I'm like, oh yes, oh okay, yeah, having a good day. Just getting the fuck away from them. Steering clear of all light-skinned pudgy chicks at the domestic violence shelter. Even when I was working, any co-workers with that description, I'm like, but why? And the reading said it won't be your fault. It's their own insecurities. It's their own insecurities. It won't be your fault. It won't really have any thing to do with you. It's just something that they're putting on you. Because I got the readings translated. I had a Spanish reader back then. And the bilingual person was translate for me, you know, give him $20, you know. Never mind. Yeah, you read the memoir. And I'm like, I'm projecting. They said it's not you. It's them. It's their own insecurities. Okay, and they're attaching that to you. It's nothing really to do with you. They have to resolve something within themselves. All the stuff they teach in Psych 101 and Psych 102, those psychology classes, sociology, anthropology, the classes I took now and passed. I was so enthralled and engrossed in it. I was like, so that's why people act like, oh shit. Between psychology classes and astrology and learning about the ego, we done figured out why people are assholes. The ones who are, if you're an asshole, they ain't applicable to you, okay? Don't respond where it's not addressing you. Okay, do you open mail that ain't addressing you? Some people do. Ain't mail tampering illegal? Anyway, I digress. Anywho, so hold on, y'all. So I'm on the phone and being at the reading, I got that reading in no, I must have got that reading in 08. Because I met the reader through people I met at the real estate class I took. No. Then I also took the class in 07 because I was in a domestic violence shelter in 07. Y'all gotta find my old journals to get the timeline. I know you the hearer, the listeners. Like, we don't give a shit about the timeline. You get the fuck on with the story. Sorry, but I like the document. You know, as accurate as possible. But I'm calling from memory. I don't have any journals in front of me. But that reading said that I knew I was in the domestic violence shelter in New York City, Harlem, because I was paranoid of all pudgy light-skinned chicks. I was like, but why? Why? And I kept saying, is it preventable? And the reader was like, the translator was like, no. But they say, even though it's not preventable, it's going to happen. Just don't take it to heart. Don't take it personal because it's nothing to do with you. They're projecting this onto you. It's their own, you're on their mind. And damn it, the hell if Kia didn't say that shit in the fucking explosive exchange. She was like, the translator, you're on their mind. You stay on their mind, like obsessive. I'm like, I'm on the mind of a chubby, light-skinned woman. Why? Why the fuck? Why? Projection. They're projecting this thing onto you. I'm like, oh God, it's creepy. So I'm in, of course, after a while, it wanes because, you know, first, when the reading is fresh and it's translating, you have it fresh on your mind. I'm avoiding pudgy, light-skinned chicks like the plague. Just, okay, they go one, dodge, duck, moving target. Just funny as hell if you was observing the shit, okay? Anyhow, so after enough time go past, nothing happened, you soon forget. And when I was on that call in 08, I said, this is the reading. Oh shit. Kia never even came to mind. I promise you. I'm thinking it was going to be a co-worker or somebody at the shelter. I didn't think some random stranger bitch in the street, but in New York City, anything can happen. So if I'm in a grocery store, if I'm in a drugstore, CVS, I'm like, oh, chubby, light skin, move. Just On the bus, on the train. Okay, don't sit there. No. Just funny as hell if you was down with the shit watching. Oh, Devin thought the shit was hilarious. He said, you're going to avoid all punchy like I said, listen, this reader is the truth, okay? The truth, okay? And for it to come up in the Akashic record, the readings come pulled from the Akashic records. So that means she was praying and waiting for the opportunity to explode. You know what I mean? Maybe the excommunications, which were all her fault, my fucking mind. You initiated the bullshit that warranted the excommunication. Math, logic, But anywho, so I'm on the phone, and then, you know, talking about the 4 agreements. Could you imagine, y'all? So I'm on the phone with Devin. We're discussing it. And of course, I want to finish out that discussion. So Kia calls for the cabbie's number. That's the excuse she used to call. I said, I can't. Maybe I could, but you know I'm not techno savvy. To this day, I'm not gadget and techno savvy. I said, but I have to get off the phone and go into my phone book to get his number. Can I call you back? That's the first call. She said, oh, okay. Everything sounds sane and civil. So I click back over to Devin. We resume my conversation. Of course, it's engrossed in spiritual. I love spiritual studies and astrology. I know I love the shit. Is obvious. So we're engrossed and we're getting into it. And, you know, me and Devin back then, we spoke every day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. And if we're both home, each conversation could last hours. He's a Gemini. He's a Gemini with an Aquarius moon in the first house, y'all. Okay. Air. Okay. That conversation can go for hours back then, me and Devin on the phone. And not painful. We still be having our second and third win. Conversation could go for hours. Okay. So we're talking and we're talking, and she calls back. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, she called back maybe 25, 30 minutes later. And she was like, I'm still needing that cab driver's phone number. I said, you know, I forgot, forgive me, but I'm still on the phone. She said, you still on the phone? I said, I'm still on the phone. And I have to be off the phone to go into my phone book. I promise you, as soon as I get off the phone with Devin, I think she met Devin too, because memory served me correctly. I'm talking as if she knows who I'm talking about. I think they met once. Yeah, they did. They did. They sure did meet. I don't think he was too into her, because when, not rude, but when they was around, I think at that, you bring him with me to our house. At some point, he looked at me. He was like, I'm ready to go. I don't know, no shade. I don't know if he made the connection. I don't know, weird. But anyway, he has an Aquarius moon and she has an Aquarius moon. I thought they hit it off. But Gemini and Cancer, next door neighbors, I don't know. Anywho, well, she's a 2 and he's a 6. I digress. So, I'm telling her I'm still on the phone with Devin. We're talking about this 4 agreements book. So it's a regular sane dialogue right now. I said, but we'll be off soon. We're wrapping it up, which we were. So I thought we were wrapping it up. So she was like, oh, okay, so please call me back because I need that number. I'm like, oh, okay, girl. So I click back over to Devin. We resume conversation to wrap it up. But then he parlays into a different topic. I guess whoever was his lover, whoever he was dating at the time. And you know, when you start talking about your lover, you know how long that dialogue can go. So we getting into the lover and dating conversations and things of that nature. And to her credit, it looked like 40 minutes went by of more. And then she called back again. And then Devin's like, why does she keep calling you? I said, because she wanted a cab driver's phone number. He was like, well, just give it a number. I said, I can't get the number unless I hang up the phone and go into my phone book. He was like, I guess he had a fancy phone. He said, my phone don't have to do that. I'm like, well, mine do. I got the flip phone. I don't know. Shit now. He was like, oh, you still got a flip phone? And this is like 08 now. Yeah. I'm like, whatever, Devin. My budget permits it, okay? Papa bought me my first fancy phone, okay? But never mind. Which I didn't know how the fuck to use. But anywho, but at least when people look at you, they don't look at you like, oh, she got the flip phone. You know, okay, you need to impress motherfuckers. Yeah, fuck me, suck my ass. That's a compliment. No, suck my neighbor's ass. No, never mind. Listen to me. So, he's like, well, just give it a number. I said, I gotta get the phone. He said, well, I'm not ready to give the phone. I'm telling you some shit about so-and-so, who he was dating at the time. I don't know if that was a Capricorn. He was dating this fine Capricorn, y'all. But I told him Capricorn Gemini is challenging. Never mind. He said, but I'm not ready to get off the phone. I got some shit to tell you. I'm like, all right, calm down. I'll tell her what I told the other 2 times. So this is the third try thing. I clicked back over. I said, girl, I know. Forgive me. I'm on the phone with Devin. I think I even say he's a Gemini. I don't know if you know Gemini rules communication. She was like, I'm not calling for a conversation. I'm just calling for the phone number. I said, but I can't get it until I get off the phone. She said, well, you can't get off the phone and call him back. This is my, my third try. I mean, really? So she's already perturbed. I'm like, ugh, you know what? You're right. Let me click over and tell him I'll call him back. Hold on. So I said, but I still got to hang up from you altogether to get into my phone book. She was like, fine, but just tell him you're calling back. And I'm going to hang up now. Just tell me you're calling back. I said, okay. Hey, I will. Hostile, just, on edge already. I'm like, what the fuck is I want behind this cab driver? So I click back over. Devin, let me call you back. Oh, no. Fuck that. No, I know you knew her first, but I was on the phone with you first. Fuck that. No. And didn't she do you? And he go, didn't she do you wrong? Did she hit your sister? And I'm on the phone like, damn, I did share my bio with. But we've been friends since college. Why wouldn't he know my bio by 08 from 94? He said, did she hit your sister? Fuck her. I don't care about her knowing you first. They don't have no standards with what the fuck she done did. No. I said, but it was a mistake. He said, you're defending a mistake like that on the infant? Fuck her. I'm going to tell you what I have to tell you about my man. And then, so he refused to hang up. So he got into the dialogue about his man and and this, that, third, and the other one. Child. We talk. And we talk. I told you, we can go 5 hours easy. By the time me and Devin finally got off the phone, and he kept repeating, why can't she just call the cab stand and ask them to contact the driver? I was like, I don't know. Anyway, so when he was finished reading her, he resumed talking about his beau. And we got off the phone. By the time we got off the phone, I was on my third or fourth glass of wine. I was tired. My candle was already probably dwindled down to the end of the candle wick. And my incense was out. The room was cold. I'm ready to close the window. And prepare myself. I think I had to tinkle. Prepare myself for sleep. I forgot all about her. And the cab driver, I just forgot. So she calls my cell phone again. I thought she was going to call me back. You got to think of water and fire signs where as rejection is concerned in Virgos. No one does rejection well if they're not mentally and emotionally strong. But particular frequencies, water, fire, in Virgos, they really don't do rejection well. Oh, gosh. Even though it was like I was trying to consciously reject the hell, I was exhausted. Somewhat exhausted. It was late at night, just sleepy, not from the dialogue with Devin. That was always fun and titillating. But for the most part. Because he got into a catty coon mode too after a while. Oh, shucks. Hope I dropped my cheese ball. Yeah, so, how long y'all? So, I said, oh, girl, forgive me. And I'm apologetic. And she finally called back. The fourth call, them 4-letter words. I tell you now, okay. Hell, I'm exhausted doing this damn video. Shit. So she calls back the fourth try. Why are you going to call me back? I said, oh my goodness. Forgive me, girl. Devin was talking and talking and talking. Well, all I need is the phone number. I told you I wasn't going to I wasn't calling you for no conversation. I just need his number. I said, all this time you didn't think to call the cab stand? To just ask them to contact him? To call you back or something? Well, you know the cab stand ain't going to give out his personal number. I said, no, but just ask them to radio him to contact you. Because I'm thinking she won a cab. So I'm like, if you're waiting this long for a cab, needed the guy to come pick up and take her somewhere. I'm like, I'm sure they could have dispatched you another cab. It has to be that guy. Although he's a good guy. He was a cool guy to talk to and all that. She was like, no, I don't need him for no cab right now. I'm like, you don't? She said, no. I want to contact him. Here's the bullshit. Here we go. I want to contact him to schedule these dates for him, to make appointments for him to pick me up on these specific dates. So that's why I wanted to call him, to make sure, he puts me in his schedule and he's on time. He gets me to where I have to go and da-da-da-da. I said, oh, okay. Well, I have to stay this bitch. I still got to hang up to get the phone book to call you back. No, I don't trust that now. I don't trust that now. You said that 4 times. And you have not called me back. And so it's like she wants to argue. I'm like, well, you can fuss, but the point of the matter is, I still have to get off the phone to go on my phone book to get the phone number for you. I don't believe you, and da 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 da. And you know why I want this cab driver. You already know, don't you? You know. I'm like, this is the Cancerian emotionality of the nonsensicality. Okay, nonsensicality. Yes, I said it that way. I surely did. Dr. Yafa, shout out to you, listens, and taught me to say it how the fuck I want to say it. Okay, I love her. Y'all see her piercing the fog videos, piercing the fog. But anywho, so I'm like, girl, if I don't get off the phone, I can't get you the number. I have no qualms with giving you the number. I don't really care. You knew him before I knew him. That's right. That's right. I knew him before you knew him. So you trying to withhold his number? No, I'm not trying to withhold his number. I was on the phone with Devin. And again, I can't get into my phone book unless I'm off the phone. We were on the phone the whole duration. We were on the phone before you even first called. Yeah. You know, I know you're just trying to be funny. You don't want to give me the number. No, that's how your marbles spin. That's not how my marbles spin. I don't really give a shit about the number. No offense to him, but I don't. But again, I still have to hang. But she wanted to hold me on the phone to beef with me. And I know you're like, why didn't you just hang up on her? I guess because I was entertained. I don't know. And I shouldn't have been entertained in that respect after just reading the 4 Noble Agreements. Or the 4 Agreements. Was it the 4 Noble Agreements? I don't know. The book with the monk on it. Y'all got that book. Yeah, Google it. I don't know. But after such a spiritual dialogue, it was more from spiritual to Devin and his bows. But after such a spiritual dialogue, and I'm closing the night out with this bullshit. You know how y'all weirdly ironic that is? And I'm telling you, when it clicked, I was like, oh my heavens, this is the reading. This is what was foretold in the reading. Oh shit. So this was premeditated on her mind to have this blast session with me. But she needed a reason. You don't look like an asshole and just have it out of nowhere. So she needed a reason. So the reason is I was withholding the cab driver's cell phone number from her. When I'm telling her, no, I have to get off the phone to retrieve it, to give it to you. I could even text it. But she didn't have a cell phone. Oh, you know I don't have no cell phone right now. So I would have to call her house number where she lives with her mom to give her the number. I said, well, however you get it, I still got to get off the phone to get it. You see what I'm saying? No, I know that's game. You just don't want to give it to me. I don't give a fuck about his number. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. Well, you know what I need it for. And da-da-da. I'm like, no, and I don't care. You know she hates that and I don't care response. I remember what happened as teenagers and shit. And fighting hypnosis. Dumb bitch. Anywho. And she used to call me a bitch. I used to say it beats being a dumb bitch. And I don't mean that to diss. I mean that in a straight up academia sense, okay? Oh, we'll get to it. Lord, I'm at 2 hours and 41 minutes. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Y'all know you like, we could have just read the memoir for all this shit. Hold on. Anyway. So, she said she needed to schedule him to pick her up to take her to Shimon's wedding and Shimon's bridal shower. I think the dates were close, neck to neck. I don't know. I'm like, oh, congratulations. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Shimon was with the same guy for close to 25 years. And they finally both turned Christian. And, you know, from what I was told, serious about the religion. And I was really sincerely happy for Shimon. And she's the one that clowned it, not me. You're going to tell Shimon I clowned her marriage or clowned her nuptials. I'm like, Shimon told me this in the email. And I type back, no, the fuck I didn't. No, I didn't. But I still didn't snitch on her. I don't even bring you up. She's the only one that brings you up. All the time. The only one time I brought you up, Shimon, is when her grandmother passed away. And we were sitting on the couch and I said sincerely to her, did you tell Shimon? That was it. But throughout the years of our excommunication, since like 02, 03, I never brought you up to her. Ever. Never. Ever. And that's also not done to stave off the he said, she said shit. And she just didn't come to mind until Kia brings her up. So much time passed. You're concerned with bills. You in a whole nother. You roll in a whole nother friendship clique. Your life is so different when so many years pass. So no, I never brought up. No. So any event. So she goes, are you jealous? I'm like, of the cab driver? No. Girl, what the cab driver? No. Of Shimon. I'm like, why? Why? We were besties. What is there to be jealous of? I don't understand your logic. Maybe you still want, what's his pseudonym in the book? Shimon's husband, but then fiance. I think I gave him the pseudonym of Brian. I don't know. We're going to just say Brian. You still want, maybe you still want Brian. I don't want Brian. What, huh? Girl, we're in our 30s. Brian was a cutie to me when I was 17 and he was 15. We're in our 30s now. You still live, are you living in a time warp? What the fuck is wrong with you? So, you know, you make too much logic. Emotional people just start screaming and carrying on. I said, I took a lot of psychology classes, girl. Albeit at a community college, but those professors was on point. I think this is projecting. Do you want him? Or is it that you want to be married? Okay, maybe you don't envy her with him or want him. But do you envy? Because she'd never been married. At that time, she didn't. So Shimon getting married, because she was clowning it like, oh, he waited 25 years. Isn't that like a quarter of a century? He waited a quarter of a century to propose. She was the one clowning the dated, the late proposal and all this other shit. And maybe there's hope. Maybe he goes, get a blood test to see if that's his son. And she would bring up that too. The Scorpion Virgo moons in the book. I think her name is Liz in the book. She bring up Liz out of nowhere. Just, Cancer's, the fourth house rules the past. The fourth house, Cancer rules the fourth house. The fourth house rules nostalgia. It rules your ancestors, real estate, houses, mothers, maternal, in the past. The fourth house rules the past. 50 Cent, the rapper, he's a Cancer. So when he explains why he don't get over shit and ain't getting over shit, and I be sitting there like he's a Cancer. A Cancer will bring up something from the past easily, like the shit happened 2 seconds ago, because it rules the past. So I'm trying to have empathy for her because I know about her sign. I'm like, huh? Meanwhile, you ain't even thinking about the shit. I'm futuristic with mine. I'm thinking about, getting the bills paid and the apartment and, some shit. The 4 noble truths, the 4 agreements, some other shit, Child. She's, putting, again, just like they said, the translator said, her insecurities, she's projecting onto you. I don't even know if she's conscious of it, but that's what she's doing. So I'm like, girl, no disrespect to Shimon or Liz, but from what they said about him, I feel like the victor. No disrespect. Okay? No disrespect. Liz said he has never been in his son's life. My ex-husband and father of my children was and is very active in our babies' lives. And whatnot. And Daddy, whatever. You broke my concentration. I'm trying to finish this video going into 3 damn hours. It's a ridiculous shame. Anywho, so no, from what Liz and Shimon used to call him cheap and stuff. No, from what they said about him, ain't nobody jealous of that. Not me. With a husband that paid all the bills for 10 years. I wasn't pressured to work. Wasn't asked to work. No, not that there's nothing to brag about. I'm a leisurely lady. So if I'm with a man that affords me that leisure, hell no, I ain't jealous of that. Kia, what the fuck is you talking about? Girl, you sure you're not revealing your hand, trying to read mine? Fuck out of here. So that kind of logic was making her irate. And maybe you still want him. Girl, I was 17. I'm in my 30s now. We're born about, what, 6 months apart? You're in your 30s too. You don't act like it. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Still living in time warp, this crazy shit. Anyway, she go, well, either you're going to give me the number or you're not. I was like, again, you can have this shit if I can get off the phone in the phone book to give it to you. Ugh. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. Hello, y'all. So, and she's screaming and on and on and on. Then ad homie kicks in. You know the good old ad homie and gotta kick the fuck in. Y'all Google ad homie and if y'all know. So she goes on and on and on, screaming and calling names and, bitch. And I'm like, I think if there was a nonpartisan ear hearing this fool-ass exchange, of course she's screaming while I'm talking civilly. And they had to assess who was the mature one and who wasn't, or who was the bitchy one and who wasn't. Because I'm like, grow up. You grow up. You know, that, what am I? What are you? What am I? I know what I am. You know, that dumb shit. I'm like, girl, I think a non-biased, non-partisan ear hearing this bullshit would definitely assume that I was the more, or know that I was the more mature one and the less bitchier one. What? Are you insane? Are you dumb? Oh gosh. Yeah, said that long before Remy asked Nikki the same question. Huh? What the fuck? And then after the bitch, I'm like, well, Beats being a dumb bitch, and I don't mean that with no disrespect. I mean that with accuracy. Okay. Okay. Even the others have noted over it. Never mind, y'all, because we won't get in who and he said, she said, and you know. But in the event, it beats being a dumb bitch. Okay. Wendy Williams says it can't. So I'm just thinking about when she told Omarosa. You know, they say you're angry black woman, and you know you're bitchy and you're bitch, and I think she was on there promoting the book Switch Bitch or some shit. And Omarosa told Wendy, well, it beats being a buffoon. No offense to Wendy, but I just think that's because she's both the same sign as this ex-homie Kia. But anywho, so and yes, buffoonery makes money, makes big bucks with the way they hidden hand got the system set up. They ain't not trying to push intelligence, okay? Like the guy said in that video with the rapper Derek Sadat X. The guy said, this new rap, it doesn't force the thought. I said, damn. He hit the head. I forgot the name of the song. But I digress, y'all. So, she's desperate, pulling at straws. So she goes, my daughter got 2 years of college. Your daughter, your son dropped out of high school. And I'm like, well, at this time, he got his GED, but that's none of her motherfucking business. I never even told her he dropped out of high school to get his GED, so I don't even know where she get the information from. Maybe my sister. I know, I'll tell you, my sister, ironically, has a good rapport with her and her daughter when they see each other. The first person to give you your first blow in life, literally, they have a good, maybe the same sign. I don't know, they got a good rapport. So maybe my sister mentioned it to her. I have no idea. But, you know, people got to go for your family and children and things of that nature when they get desperate. They ain't have no effect on you. What does the saying go? Mike the Juggernaut said that in one of his videos too. When the hate don't work, here come the lies. I think of that with what's called racism too. With any type of hater, detractor, if the hate ain't working, they don't seem like it's affecting you, here come the lies. Or just desperation. Targeting the family members, or, you know, just trying to see if they can get you to spaz and break or cry. I don't know what they dumb ass is looking for. What are they looking for? Ain't gonna pay their bills. In a capitalistic society like this one, you would think, not that it's a good thing, but you would think money would be the motivating factor for being a jackass or any kind of ass. Like, what you're doing, will it pay a bill? Dumb. Just, are you dumb? Ugh. But in the event, so, at least Remy and Nikki's situation was, you know, money based. Like she told Wendy she was trying to stop her bag. Messing with people, though, that's something to beef about. If it ain't no dough in the equation, what the fuck are you mad for? Oh, gosh. Anybody messing with your family or your dough, calm the fuck down. Ooh. But anywho, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the other thing you said, so we're on the phone, and she says that, and I say to her, oh my goodness, dragging innocence into your insolence. You're dragging innocence into this, into your insolence. I'm very proud of you, babe. Your baby girl. I don't even think of children at a time like this. Hold on, y'all. Greetings.
Hi, may I speak to Greer?
Who's calling?
This is Jane at Living Foods Institute.
Oh, hi, Jane. Well, yeah, don't save the spot. Let it go to someone else. I was not able to find the resources. But when I do, I'll call you back. But this September, you can give that chair to someplace else. I mean, to someone else. But thank you.
All right, honey. Call me.
I will. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, y'all. So, just the desperation. And I never even thought she compared the kids like that. Oh, my son ain't never wronged her. He don't even think about them. I barely think about her, let alone him. So, you know, just comparing children to, and she's supposed to be all biblical. And, you know, the Bible says it's unwise to compare yourself to others. So I'm like, how biblical is that? And that's another thing she brought up too. Gonna call me witchcraft, or I'm like, no more than you are. Isn't it you who told me about the lamp, the oil lamp in the parchment paper? And you said you couldn't do it in Florida because, you know, the Aquarius, he was home most of the time when he wasn't at work. And how to mop your floors with ammonia. Over the years, you done said so many little tidbits and shit. Ain't that witchcraft? What the fuck is you talking about? And, you know, she's screaming and carrying on. Oh, that's superstition. Well, isn't that part of the witchcraft gumbo? No? I never understood that motherfucking claim. To me, because if I had those powers, I would have pulled the carry along. No, if I had those powers, I would be a millionaire. I wouldn't be on the phone with your fool fuck ass. And I would have pulled the carry a long time ago. And I ain't talking about no motherfucking Carrie Bradshaw either. You know, so we back and forth on the fucking phone. And I'm like, let me speak to your mom. Is there a voice of reason? People's like, why didn't you hang up on her dumb ass? I guess I was entertained. The ego, charge it to the ego. The shit was thoroughly entertaining. Like, you made an argument out of this, really? I don't know. Somebody came and hung up the phone though. I don't know if it was her mom's or someone like they pulled the cord out of the wall or something. But disconnected, as did our reconnection. The reconnection disconnected right about then, okay? So, her seeing my brother, that was 08. When was that? Is that over 10 years ago? Her seeing my brother on Jamaica Avenue. I'm so happy Margaritas are still there. Did y'all hear that Foot Locker was trying to take that? It's deeper than fucking fiat, y'all. Margaritas must hold some kind of cultural. They hate culture. They like to usurp and culture vulture. I hate the term cultural appropriation. What the fuck is appropriate about stealing someone's culture? And not giving them a fucking credit or a dime or any credit card or no fucking fiat. What the fucked up? I call it cultural misappropriation. You doing some shit that ain't natural to your culture. Cultural misappropriation. I digress. It's off topic, but I was hurt when someone told me Foot Locker was trying to buy margaritas. I'm like, with all the vacant fucking buildings around Queens, it's something else. I told them, look at the documentary King of Clubs and find out why they was harassing that motherfucking owner of Limelight in the tunnel, because clubs are cultures. No, what they said, they're incubators of culture. And the hidden pale powers that shouldn't be, they don't like culture. And that pizzeria is a staple, is a cultural staple in Queens. Yeah, and it's so good. They make me envious of that. It's the best pizza you ever have in your fucking life. Stay crowded. So it ain't the money. You know, they paying taxes. They generating money for Queens. So it's something spiritual. It's the culture. Margaritas, y'all tweet this to them. Y'all keep y'all motherfucking pizzeria. You hear me? With your secret sauce that you ain't telling nobody the recipe to. That daggone pizza. So get it hard and crispy. Where's that sound? Anyway, so you know. And Papa, why you looked at me like that? I got paper towel under the cheese balls. I've seen you eat your cheese balls here. Why you gotta give me the face like that? But you don't want me eating your cheese balls, Daddy? Really? I share my snacks with you. You know, you're so territorial. You know, you don't want me in your space. I think it's so wrong. What? Papa, I'll replace the cheese balls. You gonna point to my bag of cheese balls? I will pour my cheese balls is way across the room. I can't eat your cheese balls, Daddy, really? And then you got the wrong cheese balls. I said cheese puffs. I let the kids eat my cheese puffs. And you know those cheese puffs, I love those things. This is cheese balls. This is not the same shit. You don't even like these. You like the cheese puffs too. But you said all these ran out. So you gonna make a fucking you gonna give me the grimace, the Ice Cube eyebrows over cheese balls, Daddy? Really gonna break my heart? I gotta redo the video about a bitch that broke my heart. My friendship heart. I gave that bitch nothing but friendship and respect. She had the plum fucking greasy marshmallow fucking fool. Okay, and shit. I will replace your cheese balls, Daddy. I will take my cheese balls, pour it in your cheese ball bag, and I hope all will be well with your ego and your ego world. Go and give me the Ice Cube eyebrows and the grimace and scowl over cheese balls. That is so fucking fierce, Daddy, and unnecessary. Ugh. I should not be wanting wine at 12:04 in the afternoon. Now I have to have wine to calm down. Thank you. Ugh. Anyway, back to the situation, y'all. So, yeah, just ridiculous over the fucking phone. Oh, wait, I just talk to that bitch no more. Fuck her. Most of my past is excommunicated. All my current friends are current Buddhas. And not that you can't meet a Buddha that won't act a donkey, a catty fool fucking ass either. You just never know. But so far, so good. Everything seems civil and sane. Yeah, that's just it. Nobody, you don't have to be super furious. Is that the word? Ass kissing. God, no. That's some creepy shit. Just can you comport sane and mature? Is it that hard? I think maturation is the highest commodity. It's the highest emotional commodity. Emotional intelligence and maturation, security, emotionally secure. What the fuck? Ugh. If you don't like somebody, stay the fuck away from them. Don't call them for shit. Not even a cab number. What the fuck? You came to my phone. I didn't go to your phone initially. What the fuck, bitch? Anyway, so we off the phone. So yeah, fast forward to now. She went into my oldest brother over there by Margaritas, and I did a reading with the phone number. You know, I didn't give you my technique, but I did a reading to see what this was really all about. Like, why would she give him her number for me? Like, why? Why the fuck? Why? And something's because he's